Hello, Commons. It's me again after 2 weeks. We missed you. We missed this game. I missed this game. We're back with D&D. We're playing Immortal Part 1. In session 33, the team say goodbye to the Malashes and Farid after giving Ethis a big debrief, where she tells them their new mission. They then start planning for the next phase with Irel's help, while attuning to some of their newly acquired items, finding out that they're a little bit more involved than they expect. We begin the session as Ethis reads their item request after they casually walked into her office unannounced. This is also a casual reminder from DM that you have about 7 more hours until your scheduled drop off to any location, or you will need to use teleportation circles yourself. There is a list in front of Ethis as she reads through the requests. You see her face change from amusement. You hear her chuckle. You see her nod. You see her take out a pen and start marking on that piece of paper, as well as another piece of paper on the table. You see a name being written down, and you see her signature come down on that other piece of paper, along with several items that you see her copy from the list. She clears her throat. And then she goes, right. It says here you want a word of recall. I'm not good in these casting stuff. Somebody explain to me what that is?
Let me just Google word of recall.
From my understanding, it's a piece of magic, a spell, that can teleport you and people around you to a location that you previously chosen. So, say headquarters. Then all I need to do is activate, and we get away from this crazy, crazy plan that we got, where we're just gonna go straight into the middle of everything bad. So it's nice to be able to go straight out of the thing with everything bad.
I'm gonna need more parameters than it's a spell that makes you come back home, because I don't think we have a designated spot in the Aegis.
Just choose the place with the teleportation ring.
Do you have word of recall?
I'm not strong enough, but I think I could. I think I have like the basic understanding, but I don't think I have enough power to use it.
I'm
Without
gonna be
aim.
honest with you, I don't know what you're talking about.
Do you know someone who would know what I'm talking about?
Your guess is as good as mine. Look, I'm gonna tell you what the halls is all about. You go out there, you make friends, you make your own deals. It's like a club. I'm not your mom. And looking at this list, we've decided on the rewards that you get for all the stuff that you've compiled, minus the things that you have to pay for. For example, for reads, modify memory, and transfer. That's extra. So either, and I remind you that you have to find the word of recall yourself, make some friends, or I give you a scroll of teleportation and some of the requested items instead of payment. For the record, payment is 1,200 platinum pieces, 300 gold piece diamond, and 500 gold piece diamond. Make your decision.
Hilarious.
Which of the items would we get?
Can we have a look at the list that you've been marking off of?
Sure. On the list, you see, well, on the piece of paper that she passes to you is actually a note to a person called Kuln, the Custodian.
Cool. I'm sorry, how do I spell that?
It's Kuln.
Kuln, Kuln the Custodian.
And from
Okay.
there, you see a mark that says Mundane Items.
Hmm.
You see a rope of climbing. You see an all-purpose tool. But you also see a
Ooh.
note that says request. There is no approval. So you think you might have to do a bit more to butter up this Kuln.
Okay.
She also writes down, she goes, she doesn't write this down. She says, I'll prepare for you an alternative for the cloaks of Elvenkind, because we don't give that out. It's something that can give you pass without a trace. You chew it, it gives you an hour. I can give you 3 of
Awesome.
those.
Easy.
As for the stuff for Iral, take him. I don't care. But as far as I'm concerned, he's your pet. Furnish him as you wish. And you bit off his arm, so that's not our problem.
Sure.
And she smiles at one item in particular. You don't know which one. And then she looks at the gang and she
Insight?
goes, "Sure. I mean, this is like read minds level insight. She's gonna tell you.
See what she glances at, or like where on the page, and see.
Okay,
if I
okay,
can
okay, okay.
figure out
Go
where.
for it. Go for it. With
So why not?
disadvantage because she is wearing a
It
mask.
doesn't matter.
Oh, it's
It's-
natural one. It's
Oh,
it's fine. It's
so-
it's fine. It's fine
Let's
because
start getting it out of the way
because
now.
that's true. She tells you anyway. She smiles and she goes, "Iron bands of Pilaro. You know we have a few of these, but who requested these?"
I just raise my hand slowly.
This would be interesting for you. We loan these to approved personnel. Most often the people we call the retrieval unit. You're not there yet, but you can be. There's a qualifications exam at the end of this year. If you want to check that out, you can go see Madame Philo. It's an exam, but it's more a test of your grit and whether or not you can find people.
Think we could borrow some for this mission?
She laughs. No.
Oh.
Those things are expensive.
Mm-hmm.
Out of game, what was the alternative to receiving all of this again? How much platinum? How much gold?
Lots.
1,200 platinum pieces, so it's 1,000. So it's 12,000 gold pieces essentially.
Okay.
300 GP diamond and 500 GP diamond.
5. Okay, a 300 GP diamond and a 500
That's a
GP. Okay, so just to get this straight, out of character, of course, we'll be given a rope of climbing, an all-purpose tool with the quote request, chewable pills that give us pass without trace that last for an hour each. 3 of those, and that's it.
Again, the stuff that is going towards the custodian is a request, so it's not like an approved thing. It's see this person for all these things.
Right.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry. To confirm, Iral is no problem, but you're not restoring his arm or equipping him with anything. Is that
yep.
correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
The other thing is, you can probably find stuff for Iral at the custodian because it's considered mundane items.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
In that case, I think we should.
Health potions are also included in mundane items, and if you butter Kuln up correctly, you might get it just because he likes you.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. So, the disguise self item, is that go or no go?
That is
That-
a no.
Okay.
Okay.
So no. Wand of secrets.
I assume you mentioned that, and she goes, "Oh, right, I forgot about that. We don't have one of secrets in stock, but we do have this other thing. It's kind of weird. One of my kids came up with it. she takes out a fortune cookie and she's like,
What?
break it and a mote of light will go to the nearest secret door.
Valerius like holds up his hands with a question mark. I was like, "Can I have a look at it? I'm not gonna break it. Just want to have a look."
It's really fragile, just FYI. And she gives it to you, and she also puts another 2 on the table.
Okay, so Valerius grabs it using whatchamacallit, mage hand, and it's like, okay, let's have a look see without actually touching it. Can I just make a artificer roll or something to see what the hell this thing is?
Do you have identify?
I do have identify. Prepare as a ritual.
Okay, if you spend 10 minutes, I will let you figure out what it is.
Can I do this as a separate thing while they're discussing?
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna do that.
So you're
then.
focusing, you're fiddling, you're looking at the minutia of this fortune cookie. It smells nice, smells buttery. Like you sort of want to eat it as well. And you hear a voice coming out from the back of you, which is Ethis going, "You can eat it. I just don't recommend it because it's been in my bag for a while."
Well, Valerius chuckles like, I've eaten worse, is fine. And continues examining it.
Okay.
Okay, seriously, the art of game. Besides that, right, we have rope
Okay,
climbing.
I would like to clarify everything first.
Hmm.
Okay, luck stones, any luck?
No.
Gloves of thievery,
No.
my guess is, yeah. Gem of brightness.
She has given you the stuff that she has mentioned.
Oh,
That
okay.
is it.
So everything else not mentioned is no.
Yeah.
Okay.
But the stuff that is not mentioned is met with like some laughing.
Mm.
Okay, so to recap, we are getting, if we choose to take this instead of our pay of 1,000, 12,000 gold, we'll be getting rope of climbing, an all-purpose tool which is under requesting, so we got to talk to the dude.
Mm-hmm.
Chewable pills, 3 of them that give us pass without trace that last an hour. Health
Mhm.
potions, and then fortune cookies of fortune cookies of secret,
And 1 teleportation spell scroll.
and 1 teleportation spell scroll. Okay,
Like it's the teleportation, not circle, as in you can teleport anywhere.
got it.
If
All right, so
if we succeed in using it.
out
Yeah.
of sheer curiosity, right? After Valerius is done with 10 minutes of looking at this, right? Can he make an intelligence check to the market price of all the items that F is approved and compare that to the pay we're getting to see how much difference it is?
The teleportation scroll is probably in itself worth a fuck ton.
Yeah.
Make me a Arcana check.
Do I get
Yeah.
any advantages because of an
Nope.
artificer?
Flat.
Okay. Intelligence check. My character sheet is not loading. There we go. Come on, big money, no whammy.
21. Very good. You know that the stuff that you're getting, if you choose the teleportation spell scroll, and if you don't find Word of Recall, it's worth it. It's way more than what you're getting in terms of money.
Well, Valerius will hold out to the list and just hand it to Gunlaw and just tell her that if we take the items, it's gonna be a lot more worth it compared to us getting 12,000 gold.
Yeah, I guess the question is just these were not all the items we were hoping for, I suppose. And
Valerius shrugs
are
like all
we
things.
willing to gamble on the possibility that the teleport scroll might fail,
Well,
leaving us without uh, exit options?
Word of Recall and Teleportation Scroll both uses Conjuration as a school, right?
I don't
I'm not
remember.
sure. I was just hoping to get an item where I could get the word of recall without, the possibility of failure.
She looks at you from her desk, and then she sort of looks at Boss Ring.
I have the ring.
She looks at your ring and she's like, I have a question. If you find somebody with Word of Recall,
I could put
what
it in here, yes.
what like how strong is it?
Well, it can store up to 8 levels of spell.
You know you can do the same with the scroll, right? You just have to have somebody who can read it. casted it to the ring.
And is that without if I try to cast it, does that take like it's too powerful for me normally? Does it take away the risk of it not working?
Out of character, if you cast it into the ring, you can just cast it because somebody of the correct level has already casted it for
Okay,
you.
cool.
So you're just letting it out.
Okay. That might be the play then. As I said,
Wendigo
Then-
will look at. Oh wait.
didn't have
she
to
also
word a recall,
reminds.
just if this does the same thing.
This is more of a DM sort of letting people know how word of recall works. Word of recall works in that you have to be in touch with your god, and it's not something anybody can use. Like you have to be in
It's a cleric
tune, so
spell.
you cannot pass it to somebody else to use your bathroom in your house.
Ah,
Oh, that's a
Also, the
hilarious
way it
analogy.
was worded, I suspect there's a lot of precautions that stop people from teleporting to anywhere other than the circle. So
Mhm.
we don't really want to mess things up with different magic. Also,
I
no,
mean,
happy
out of
happy to
character,
use
you
the
could
teleport scroll.
Yeah. You could befriend someone, but they have to really be like super friends with you before they go, yeah, you can sort of in your bruised and battered state appear in my room in the middle of the night. Sure. In front of my god.
Yep.
So yeah, make friends.
does Bosk or Morgana have any questions?
So
Is Cat there?
Can't sing words. I hear nothing.
Oh,
Oh,
yep,
okay.
she
She's
goes.
bleeped out. Bien?
Hello.
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 Oh, that is really low for me.
Yeah. Cat is very
What
soft.
word
Technical difficulties. Du-du-du-du-du-du.
me?
Can you guys hear me? Hello,
Yes.
hello.
Yeah, we can.
Yes.
Yeah. No questions from for now. I think you guys covered
Uh,
most of the stuff.
as Bosk is looking around, Ethis catches her eye and goes, "Oh, by the way, Bosk, I got a call from the lab. They said that the thing you sent them is now desiccated. It's dust, and they tested it, and it is about comes back as ash. Do you know anything about that?"
Um, from what I remember, was it? Wait, do I still have my sample?
Yep.
How is my sample doing?
It's ashy. Like before it was like this thick viscous liquid that didn't hold onto the walls of the glass. Seemed to have separated itself from the glass and sort of moved around. Now it's just dust. It's like when you overburnt food and it caked itself at the bottom. If you shake the bottle, it dislodges itself and becomes ash.
Oh, so it's like just carbon.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Um, I check mine, then I sigh and say, "Oh well, it's just a sample. Put it back."
Is it
I guess
possible you
these
can get
things
more?
have that would depend if we encounter more. I might be able to acquire some.
This is really interesting. If your report is as it states, this is very dangerous.
I nod.
Yeah. If you have anything else, I've got paperwork, and then she slams her hand sort of in the middle of gently and forcefully on top of like a foot high stack of paper.
Oh, what that is that for me?
No, it's for her. She's like, I have paperwork to
Oh,
do.
okay.
It's a boring stuff. I don't like it, but I have
I
to.
have just one question before we leave.
May I talk?
Oh, of course.
She puts her head down and nods.
Can you tell us about Kuln?
Cold. He's a pretty chill guy. Takes care of most of the stuff around here keeps some of the stock kind of jovial, very hard to piss off. I tried a lot. Also, don't touch his tail. He doesn't like that, and his ears. Don't do that. He'll punch you.
Valyria just blinks a bit. It's like, tail.
Anybody can make an insight check when she says
Sure.
this. Anybody with a 16 or higher sees a very obvious shrug of a memory that tells you that she has done this before and it did not turn out well.
Hmm.
But generally, he kind of likes chocolates and caviar, expensive tastes.
Okay. Caviar is expensive. Cool.
He tends to give you some of the nicer stuff in the back if he likes you. So
Okay. When he likes like nice expensive stuff, does that count for like say expensive liquor from the top shelf of the bar as well?
she puts her hand on her chin and strokes her chin for a while, and she's like,
I
"You know
don't know
that'll
what caviar is, but I know what expensive whiskey is.
you'll buy many people off with really good whiskey, to be honest. I mean, you can try. I've never tried. Just give him like dark chocolate with like catnip.
Okay.
He doesn't get offended. It's fine.
Just to clarify, Kuln is a tabaxi, right?
Correct. He's about this
Alright.
high. She puts a hand just a bit higher than she is. It's about 4'7", and he's a really fat brown tabby with like a white belly and neck. He wears overalls. He's really cute. Don't tell him I said that.
Hmm.
Okay. Um,
How is Etienne?
We haven't heard back from him, worryingly. I'll let you know when he checks in.
right.
Wendigo will take off his amulet and hold it out to her. Does this help?
Amulet.
The little amulet that Iten gave us that we can hold onto and call him whenever we need something.
Oh, right. So this has been changed to me for the moment until he gets back. So every time you call now, it's going to be to me.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Look, I understand he's sort of a cavalier teacher and mentor. I'm a little bit different. I trained him, and the teachings never stuck.
No offense, I never got the distinct feeling that Etienne was ever a teacher.
She nods, and then she goes, "The feeling is mutual from a lot of the teams that he brought in, but he's brought in some good teams. And I don't deny him that. It's just a really... He's real superfluous.
You learn or you die. That's kind of just how it works everywhere, doesn't it?
He's good at his job. I just hope he's alright wherever he is."
Wendigo will think a bit and says, "We are operating on very little." Then he
Nods.
looks up at her. How do you like our odds?
From what you've done, odds are you do well. Like, I think somebody would have told you we just don't have a shop in the halls. That's not how we function. We tend to want to keep the local economy going, so we don't bring in things from every which way. Those fortune cookies, they're like a little secret. You know, my kids don't really give them out, so it's like a present kind of thing.
Oh, speaking of, has the identify finished?
Yes, identify finally finishes, and what you realize is it's a bit like find traps, but better. But it only finds one secret door, and it stays lit.
Does it like
Or
specify like which speaker door? What if there's three in the same room?
it specifies one door and the closest one.
Okay. Valerius hands it back. This is a very interesting magical tool, edible. I don't know what to call this.
I mean, you can try and eat it, I guess. Just after you break it, keep it. It's yours.
Oh, thanks. And Valerius will very carefully pull out a small wooden box, put it in it so it doesn't get crushed.
You can put it in Morgana's bag if you feel like it.
It's fine. I also have a bag.
Okay. In your pocket. It fits in your pocket.
Yes, my pocket. I'm gonna stick it in there.
Yes. It will not get crushed in there.
Cool.
She looks back to Wendigo and she goes, I have a lot of faith in all of you. But like I said, we don't really give objects. We give you a way to platform off what you already have. We give you an opportunity. What you do with this opportunity, we give you access to people, brains. It's really up to you how you find yourself within these situations. I cannot, honestly, nobody can walk you to anyone and force you to interact.
Wendigo will nod and says, pillar grounds. Anyone inside?
He thinks for a while. I'll have her reach out and see if I know anybody who can assist you. But the most I can do right now is make sure you're not being investigated. Also, if anything happens, I may have a way to get you out.
Well, that's interesting.
May.
And what is this by?
We'll see. I'm not sure either at this point. It depends on whether or not you let yourself get caught.
The plan is not to.
Yep.
That would be the best.
Right.
Look,
In any case-
I mentioned this before. Whatever this general, she says with inverted comma bunny ears hands, is doing, it's affecting the mule network, and it's affecting a lot of lives. The
You think
faster
by
we,
taking her out, it'll stop everything? What about?
it will unravel some stuff, I assume.
Wendigo will
lot of
speak up
things.
at this point.
Mm-hmm.
This general, has she ever done this before?
Well, this is the first time. Well, not. This is the first proof that I've gotten that she has a hand in orchestrating this. You brought the head of this, what's his name? Kel?
Yep.
He was the whispered one in many of the people that I caught. Or many of the people that were caught. Although, the worm thing, the black tar goo thing, that's new.
Prime Matron is clean.
I have no idea. If she's her mother, you're gonna have to do a bit more digging. You know how it is with people in the upper echelons, keeping their hands clean, making sure everybody else is dirty.
Wendigo looks down at his own paws and just nods.
Look, I'll
Cat, are you there?
Cat.
Hello?
Do you wanna like say anything? Interject?
No, not at the moment.
Okay. I'll try and do what I can to make sure you guys are out of trouble. But you have to remember I'm looking at other teams as well. Doing other stuff. everywhere. I'm gonna take a moment for a while to ask Gunlaug, what is your focus currently? What is your spell focus?
My notebook, my organizer.
Organizer. Because there is a +1 focus for Gunlaug.
Yeah, just see what they've got.
It's
Do they
not
have something with
something.
better paper quality?
uh,
Really tight margins.
it's not something that they keep because everybody's focus seems to be very
So,
in tune with their own.
Yep.
But if you can specify items that you want to spend maybe 24 to 48 hours working on to create a new focus for yourself.
I see. That is something I will look into if we survive this.
Okay. Okay, we can definitely do that because it's something Gunlug suddenly comes up with like a new method of bullet journaling or something.
Yeah.
But
Why don't you
with
just take the Maxis book and it can be your shield as well
Oh
as
my
your
God.
focus?
book,
What?
take
Oh my
the
god.
Marxist book.
That's a
What I'm
hilarious idea.
thinking of is for it to be a +1 focus. You will spend about 24 to 48 hours just focusing on the book
Yeah.
and using the wizard inks and paper. So it becomes like your special thing.
Yeah. I like it.
It's gonna cost a bit, but at least you know you can do it because that's how you did it the first time.
Yeah. I like it.
She sort of looks at this gang and she's like, with how things are going, I have a good feeling. She looks at Wendigo and she's like, I wouldn't worry too much.
Good.
Now, you probably want to go see Kuln.
Nod, nod, nod.
Off you go then, unless you want to help me with paperwork. I'll give you 3 seconds to leave, otherwise you're stuck here with me.
We're
3.
out.
Wendigo
We're out.
shuffles out.
And Bosk is like, if I'm stuck here, that means I don't have to go on the dangerous mission.
I'm gonna grab Bosk on the way out with me. It's like, no, you're coming with us. We need our doctor.
As the door closes with all of you out, you hear her say, damn. Could have gotten a bunch of slaves.
Nearly got one.
So all of you say the magic word into the map. Kuln. The
We
custodian.
do a detour to maybe pick up some chocolate, some catnip, some whatever
for sure,
of
for
the
sure.
items that were suggested.
There is a little like specialty shop of chocolates and stuff in the mess hall. Again, FOC. Right. We're just chilling.
Let's pick up some stuff.
There's so many. There's so many oh my god.
What is that?
I'm crying.
None.
Okay, no, this is wrong.
There's a +1 spell focus in the picture.
Oh no. Okay.
The
Anyway,
mighty torch.
somebody figure out how to put
No,
image links into Roll20. The Roll20 chat. Like somebody do that. Anyway, like there's so many different kinds of types of chocolates. There's also specialty cookies, and there's even like a bouquet, but at the top of the bouquet is like bits of Ferrero Rocher instead of a rose.
Okay, Valerius
well,
steps
let's take that
forward.
one.
Hold on. Valerius like stops Gunlow for a moment. Hold on. Let me have a look what brands they are first. Since Valerius has bought chocolate before.
Valerius is very, very involved in buying expensive chocolates before, so
Yes, very
Big
much so.
eyeball.
Yeah,
Valerius
but don't
have a look.
accidentally buy the one with the pink hearts and roses.
he knows that's a con. He knows that is 100% con.
Yep.
Also, hey guys, are you guys okay buttering up and kind of talking to this guy on your own? Because I kind of need to see if I can locate some powerful wizard.
Valerius nods. Yep, sure.
Cool. I
Oh,
should
try to. I
get
would
some
recommend
chocolate
looking.
anyways to butter them up, right?
Will do best.
Mm-hmm. Okay, Valerius is gonna pick a chocolate that he believes is, despite its price, is gonna be worth, what it is. Oh, hey, would you look at that? You figured it out.
Thanks, Ben. It's the same as the GIF. GIF. Magic. Okay, anyway,
Alright.
yeah.
Do I need to make a roll to
Yeah,
pick chocolate?
No.
Okay, cool.
I just want to know how much
The
time you
chocolate
spend.
shopping rule.
Wait, what would you say? I didn't catch that.
I just want to know how much time you spend picking chocolates, because chocolate picking is a very involved process. Are you tasting it? Are you looking at the person behind the bar and saying, "Do you have testers? Can I try some?"
If there are
Yum, yum.
testers and Valerius will inquire, he will partake and figure out which one's the best.
It's a whole rigmarole. This is like one of the fancy shops you have in Broar, one in the city center.
Oh,
Like they
nice.
wear velvet gloves. They have special sticks that they cut. They have weighing machines, and they're like, "Oh, this one comes with almonds. We recommend that you drink it. You eat it with a bit of this kind of tea. This is a special orange mint thing. It's a very interesting flavor. Out of character, it tastes exactly like what happens when you drink orange juice and brush your teeth. It's terrible.
Valerius like, nope, not this one.
Valerius can make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh shit.
So it's a very low DC.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, you're fine. You're just like no, no.
No, put this down. Okay, next.
She sees that and she's like, oh, why don't you smell this? It's coffee. It will clean your palate. And she gives you a seltzer water as well to cleanse your tongue. This one is purely dark chocolate. You mentioned something about a cat.
This is for a custodian here named Kuln.
Oh, you're buttering up Kuln. That's easy. She reaches under the desk and she pulls out a very unassuming box. And then she opens it. It's like a wedding ring box, but it's big, so more like a necklace box. And she's like,
Okay.
he likes these ones.
Does the brand do I recognize the brand? God damn it.
The
Wendigo
brand does not
sniff
recognize
at
you.
Okay.
Wendigo, you sniff it. Are Wendigo type bugbears particularly affected by catnip?
Probably
Well,
not.
Wendigo is
not
trying to operate from a
Eli variety.
perspective of, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would the family allow him to have something like this even nearby?
Okay, has the family ever had cats?
Let me think. They're either cat or dog. So, dog.
Dog. Okay,
They're
so
dog.
you've
They like loyalty and unquestionedness.
instead of evil stroking.
Yeah.
Then no, you've never actually come across this particular smell before at this close a proximity. It tickles your nose, but it doesn't really affect you in any which way. Smells nice. You've smelled expensive chocolate before. This smells like a very milky milk chocolate. Like more milk than it is chocolate. And there's flecks of sort of gray green, which is the catnip. And it's like
Seems about right.
well, we make kind of a lot of these, but he's mentioned that we shouldn't keep feeding him or anyone these because it makes them fat. I
Fair.
don't think that's a problem. Don't tell him I said that. Do you want anything else? We've got this hazelnut coffee thing. It's in a small bag, and it's hazelnut bits covered in coffee. It's just chips that you can pick up, and it's very dangerous because you'll just keep eating it.
I think we're good for now, unless you have something that can chase the chocolate down. I'm not sure if
Hmm.
that makes sense to anyone.
You mean like an accompaniment?
Out of game, I don't know what is the actual word for it. It's basically something to cleanse the taste from your something like tea or
Palate
something.
cleanser?
Yeah,
A drink.
the palate cleanser.
Yes, thank you. A palate cleanser.
Oh, you mean like the thing I just gave you?
Yeah,
The
if you have
seltzer.
the soda here.
You can get that over there actually, and then she points across to like this drink dispensary.
I'll turn around to boss. Do you mind?
Me? No, why would I?
Do you mind getting some?
Oh, sure. Why
Thank you.
not?
It's like several fridges that you just open and take cans of drinks. Bottles. There's no cans here. What am I talking about? Yeah,
All
My
right.
big
emotion
bottles
is
of
shattered. How
seltzer.
dare you?
I think we've gotten everything we need. Thank you so much for your time. You've been a great help.
She smiles. Come back soon.
Valerius nods, grabs the box of chocolates. Is like, all right, let's go.
Okay, so we now have chocolate, we have the
Seltzer.
drink, and now we go find the guy, I suppose.
Yep.
The guy
Opens map.
is Kuln. And then an arrow pops up. And eventually you're led to like a dingy sort of basement sort of area. You had to go downstairs for the first time ever in this whole space. This is the first time you're going downstairs. What?
Interesting.
Eventually you reach a door. It's not dusty at all. It smells sterile with a very soft musky odor. As you open the door, if anybody has cat allergies, now is the time you start sneezing.
I
The
do not think I have cat allergies.
the musky odor becomes stronger, and you see like a long, sort of lithe, fat, chunky triangle tail on an adult-looking but very, very short, squat cat, facing away from you behind a counter, rummaging through and pulling out various bits and bobs, and grumbling to himself.
Valerius will speak up. Excuse us. Hope we're not interrupting.
Ah! Hello.
Hi. I presume you're Kuln?
Yes? How may I help you?
Valerius nods a bit. It's like, my name's Valerius. This is Boss, Cat, and
We've
yep.
May I?
Hmm.
Wendigo will take a little step forward and bow formally. We
Oh.
heard you are a very important person.
Oh, he sort of like his tail twitches a little bit and
Oh, boy.
question mark forms on top, like like a happy cat tail. And he goes, and the whiskers sort of move forwards as his pupils dilate a little bit. Oh,
Wendigo thinks a bit, noticing this, and he's drawing on a certain well of memories. We are going to embark on an important mission, and you make the difference of life and death.
oh, his eyes dilate even further, and he sort of mashes his paws together, and he's like, life and death. I don't really like to go outside. It's very bright and scary. I like inside here, very warm. There's a sunspot over there that I sit. I know you came downstairs, but there is a some sunspot. I honestly believe so. But how can I help you? Make me a persuasion check.
Okay, Wendigo will do that.
24.
Nice.
Jesus.
Nice.
How? Oh, he smells and he's like, oh, I don't really ask random people this, but you seem to be carrying. And he very coyly sort of moves his tail from side to side, fiddling with his jumper, and he's like, do you by any chance have those catnip chocolates?
All for you. He will
Oh!
look to was it Valeris that bought it or Bosk?
Valerius, I think.
Valerius has it. I'll hand it to you.
Oh,
Uh,
thank you.
Wendigo will pass it over with both hands. You are our outfitter for this mission.
Oh, outfitter. I like that. They usually call me the custodian because I take care of things. I take custody. And then he shuffles himself to the back of the counter and he picks one chocolate and he puts it in his mouth and he smiles and he's as he enjoys the melting. A few seconds pass and he's like, yes. Do you have a list?
Wendigo will pass the list with both hands again, bow again.
Oh. He takes the list and then he goes, oh, this is straight from Ethis. I'm really happy she stopped touching my ears with my tail. That was kind of traumatizing. He looks kind of distraught from that, and he's touching his cheeks, and he's soothing himself. And then he opens his eyes and puts a clawed finger on the list. Ah. Let's start with the mundane items. Since that's, pretty easy to get. What are you looking for?
Wendigo will say, potions.
We've got a few. What kind of potions?
Valerius will power on his tablet and hand it to Wendigo with the list that was already there.
Whichever helps and doesn't need so much red tape.
Well, there's a lot, actually. Anything else while I sort of sift through the back of my mind and inventory things?
Okay, our character guys, do you guys need any more mundane items among yourselves?
Let me very quickly check through my inventory to see if I need anything else.
That includes PHB, armor, and shields.
Mm-hmm.
PHB, armor, and shields.
Hey, any better shields? Why not?
I don't think they carry a +1 shield.
I
Mundane.
don't
Don't
think you
worry.
get better shields.
Mm-mm.
That's
Wendigo will request a
normal.
mundane shield, and he will think in terms of, so we have this Iral guy, he's good with knives, right?
You
So
wanted a cheese
So I
fire?
think we'll
Yep.
get him like
a
a
girl.
studded leather, a dagger.
Oh,
Because
yeah.
he seemed to prefer the smaller knife to the short sword that we found him with.
Yeah.
A girl too.
Yes.
Oh. I have all of these things. He shuffles off to the back room. You hear clang, clang, psh, clang, gong. And he comes out with 3 daggers, garrote, an eye patch, question mark. There's a shield. It's a relatively largest shield on him, but then he sort of looks at the shield and then looks at Wendigo and goes back into the room, comes out with an even bigger one, and like struggle carry.
Appropriate.
Wendigo will
the
move
shield?
over and pick it up from him. Thanks.
You do it fast enough that you accidentally pick up the cat as well for a while, and then he sort of lets go and lands on his feet, and he's like, oh, exciting. These are 3 daggers. These are 2 garrotes. A shield for you. Studded leather armor. What else? Oh, an eye patch for style. I don't know
Did
who
he
left
say
it
an
here.
eye patch for style?
Yes.
I see.
Wendigo will ask because he has to. Do you have something like that for arms?
Oh, we do actually. Do you want like a pretend arm that doesn't really move so you can wear sleeves, or just a cap?
Uh,
Or a stump? A stump with a knife. I can do that. I think.
Stump with a knife?
functional arm?
We don't really have functional arms here. You're going to have to speak to an artificer, I think.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
But let me go in and see what I find. He toddles back in, and more clinking and clanking and falling noises from the back. And he comes out again with a mannequin arm that is on a strap. And then another strap, but instead of mannequin arm, it's a shield. It's like a metal cap for a stump.
Hmm.
Well, this was what I was talking about. It's not really much. But I was thinking, if ever you wanted to, put a knife through here, it's like you have a knife for arms. And then he starts he starts pretending to have a knife for arms, and it's really awkward because knives don't have joints, so it's just him flailing his left hand.
Now, Wendigo is imagining Iral will either alert every single guard with this or hurt itself, so he will just look at the one with
cap is probably
the mannequin arm on the shield, the metal cap for a stump. That one.
All right. He takes away the stuff that you guys need. Write down all the stuff that you have because I cannot remember this.
Okay.
Yep. We will take a studded leather for myself because that
He
is the one thing I need.
he also pulls out a tray of just healing potions.
Mhm.
I would like anybody with an Arcana proficiency to make me a roll to see what it is.
Do I get a artificer bonus?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Rolling a d4. 428.
28. With your keen eye, you realize that these are a stack of greater healing potions.
Greater.
Well,
Valerius will like very subtly nudge boss. Is like, I think you know what I'm doing.
Wendigo will focus on the other items on the list, pointing out the pills for the pass without trace, as well as the rope of climbing, the all-purpose tools.
okay. He puts down it's a stack of 4 greater healing potions.
Mhm.
So write that down. These are for the chocolates. You'll come back with more.
Hmm.
No.
You mentioned something about us without a trace. Ah, yes. He rummages under his desk, like he disappears for a while and pops up with happy ears, which are twitching, and he's like, I don't really like the smell, but they call these Cyric Bags. What you see is a half-inch by half-inch square wrapped in leaves, and if you smell it, it's very astringent and sharp. As I've been told, these will give you pass without a trace, but you must chew it, and then your mouth will be red for 6 hours, but it will only last for an hour. After which there will be no more flavor.
Wendigo
Okay.
will not. All right.
That's that. Rope of climbing, you say?
Mhm.
I've only got one of those at the moment. Are you okay with that? You have to bring it back now.
Yes.
And he takes it out and he puts it on the table. And finally, what was the last one?
The all-purpose tool.
All-purpose tool. Oh, you see a bit of hesitance on his face as he twiddles and massages his hands. Make me an insight check if anyone is watching and has passive insight of higher than 14.
That's not
That's not me.
Wait, what's the thing again?
passive
Insight
insight
check.
more than 14.
Yes.
Inside.
I mean, I have a good guess why, even without rolling.
Mhm.
Wendigo will emphasize again. This is a critical mission, and we have only one expert here.
Make me
He'll point
a
to Valerius.
Valerius
persuasion
bows.
check with advantage.
Okay. Not bad.
Whoa. Whoa.
Oh,
Whoa.
Very big.
So
Not bad.
he sort of I can lend you mine, but you have to bring it back.
Valerius nods. Of course.
In the
And
meantime,
Yep.
I'll try and find something for you that you can keep permanently. It's just that there's been a terrible shortage of multi-tools in general. I don't know why. It must be some kind of strike.
Once he says this, can Valerius like roll a history or intelligence check to try and gauge like the factory in Brawl or anywhere that makes this kind of things? Was anything going on there recently that would cause a shortage?
You know there's some kind of shortage from what
Imogen.
Imogen had told you. This confirms it. But you also know that nobody here in Bror makes all-purpose tools. It's an imported item. Like a
Okay,
very
gotcha.
specially imported item from a different region of this plane.
So it's basically like a Leatherman in Malaysia. Cool.
Pretty much. Like trying to get the bottle in KL 5 years
Well,
ago.
Is it that hard?
5 years ago,
Well,
it was hard.
presumably Rikers, everyone there will already have their own, right?
It's sort of like the people who have it are the people who are multidisciplinary.
Yeah.
Valerius is not really.
Only
like-
tools, unfortunately,
Yeah.
for me.
And for reasons, it's electricians, plumbers, the general folk, the unionized people. We're like, we need these tools, otherwise we can't work.
Okay, cool.
He sort of rummages through a pocket that you recognize. It's in front of his overalls, and it's like, for all of you, think of a Doraemon mental image right now. He
Okay.
rummages through it, and then he pulls out a decently sized, long, spindly tool. It's about a foot long, and it's got a nice grip on it. Probably made of rubber.
It has a grip in a sense that it looks like a handgun, or is
No,
it just like
it's
the
more like a
wand kind of grip?
baton.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But the top seems like it's glistening. Like it's amorphous, but it's in a specific shape. Right now it's just a baton, and he goes, "Well, I'll lend you this. You don't have to attune to it for an hour, and then you can sort of change it at will."
Understand.
It is a sonic screwdriver. Because in my mind that's what all-purpose tools look like. Yay. He puts it on the table. Her name is Sheila.
Okay, we have Sheila. Cool. Let me just put that
Take
down.
care of her, please.
I love
Wendigo
this
will
guy.
mentally note that
All-purpose tool.
artificers have names for all their stuff.
Yeah. You learned this with Floaty.
Yeah.
He thought it was just one artificer.
Apparently
Ah.
not.
No, it's
This
the
guy
it's
is
this guy
he's the
too.
best. I love him. And if anything ever happens to him,
Wendigo will look at the all-purpose tool and mentally tell himself that this is not coming back if it makes noises for every function.
Oh, thankfully you have not heard it make any noise. Like you make an intelligent guess that multi-purpose tools generally don't make noises unless the person
real
using it
question.
is making like ner noises.
Hi, your
For
lock-picking tools make noises.
This lock picking tool makes a special noise. When it pick locks, it says picking lock,
Oh, no.
picking lock. No, it
Committing
doesn't. It's fine.
crime.
Committing crime.
Breaking and entering.
What would you like to do? Screwdriver? Screwing.
Screw you.
Screw you. Okay. But you see how gently this tabaxi puts the tool onto the table with such reverence as well. So you can guess without inside checks that he takes this tool very seriously.
Wendigo is going to let Valerius handle it because he doesn't want to be touching a baby.
Alright,
It is a baby.
Valerius pulls on his gloves and very reverently grabs the all-purpose tool and gives it a once-over. He looks back and is like, I will take very good care of Sheila. And then he
Please.
fastens it to a holster at his belt.
He looks approvingly and he goes, "Is there anything else I can do for you?"
I think we've gotten the bulk of everything we need, right, guys?
Yeah, we've gotten all our mundane stuff and Iral's arm cap and
Wendigo
the
asks,
potions.
have you seen Etienne?
He hasn't been down into this office for a while. Months, actually. He doesn't really come down often. Doesn't really need a lot of things. He ruins a lot of things upstairs, though, which I have to clean up. But it's fine. He's nice.
What does he get when he comes?
Well, he gets health potions, sometimes a potion of invisibility. Mostly things that he said would get him out of trouble. Very slippery man.
Out of game, are we supposed to also be getting the scroll of teleportation from Kuln?
No.
Was that from him? I thought we have that already.
Oh, we already have that?
No.
Okay, cool.
We
Well,
weren't
you
given it,
can
but we were
choose.
told we
Yeah.
could get that.
You
yeah,
can
right.
choose to look for somebody to give you word of recall, but you have to make friends real fast. Or you can go back to her later and say, "Yeah, we're taking teleportation."
Oh,
Okay.
I think we'll just
Wendigo.
take the teleportation.
I think we're fine with the teleportation. It's not an
It's fine.
issue.
Okay, if you agreed before, you have the scroll with you right now.
Yeah.
Still
Can
need someone
we-
to cast the scroll
Yeah.
for me though into
Yeah.
the ring. So that's what
Oh.
I'm trying to find.
Wendigo asks, potion of invisibility?
Oh yeah, we have a few of those. Do you want to become invisible? You have such
Yes.
beautiful fur.
We are going to a dangerous place.
I understand. He disappears. And then from the back you hear, "How many of you want to become invisible anyway?"
We have 5
Almost.
people, right? Well, we have 5 plus
Yes.
Iral.
I have
Yeah.
invisibility.
Wendigo will say 6.
All right,
Six.
I'll try. Make me a D100 roll, please.
Okay. Gunlao, you have blessings to roll this.
Go, Gunlao.
Yeah, I'll do it.
You got
300, yeah.
High, good, low, bad.
Eh?
Middle.
Okay.
Okay, it's
Middle.
it's higher than middle. He comes out with another tray and he goes, "I only found 3." And then he sort of cringes and you see his ear at the sort of fold back a little bit as if he's chastising himself for being such a numpty.
Oh,
Of Better than none.
The ears perk up again. He's like, oh, I was scared of disappointing people. Happens a lot. I do want something from all of you when you come back. And you will come back because you have my tool. My beautiful Sheila. Tell me what happened. Then we can have tea and chocolates together.
I nod.
Ah, okay.
How very cute this thing.
Good luck's like, I will protect you with my life.
I haven't met him.
Don't you?
And then you sit staring at each other for a good minute and a half. The tail sort of eventually starting to twitch in discomfort as silence happens.
Wendigo asks, do you have anything for fur?
Fur? To make it soft, to change the color, to make it short, long, warm, cold. Conditioner? Do you want conditioner?
Wendigo will think
Do you need a
about
comb? Hairdresser?
Keeps going.
lice.
Wait,
Lice.
what?
Oh,
Like lice? Oh, lice. He takes like 3 steps back away from you when he realizes what you just said. And he's like, he realized what he did. And he sort of like takes 1 step in front to sort of not offend you. And then he goes,
That's a bit too far.
Lice. I do actually. I use it for myself. But I think at this point I'm going to have to use it for myself as well. He brings out like a shampoo bottle. Use this twice a week. But you have to dry yourself really well. Because if you're like me and you have like triple undercoating, you can get like the furry feline version of what do you call those things? It's like a rash. It's terrible. That's when you don't dry yourself enough, especially in cold countries. It's terrible. And then he hands it to you. It's alright. You can have this. I'll just buy another bottle.
Oh, so kind. So good.
You good cat. Hello.
Wendigo will study the brand of this bottle if it has one.
The brand, there's a leaf on it. Like it's a picture of 3 leaves stuck together in a fan, and then next to it, it says breeze.
breeze.
It does smell like a summer's breeze, but a very synthetic sort of, you know, like the fake candy banana smell. It's like a summer's breeze, but fake and candy.
Oh,
But you also smell the medication smell of it. Make me an intelligence saving throw.
Whomst.
also Valerius is gonna take a step
For
back
Wendigo,
after
because he
hearing
smelt the
lice.
smell.
9.
You managed to not stop yourself from falling into a reverie of way back then when you were Buttercup. You were a new foundling in a new family. You don't know what's going on. Everybody's screaming and yelling at you. You're dirty, you're grimy, you itch every which way. And the first thing they do is give you a bath. But it's not a comforting bath. It's you stripped to your bare self, no clothes, nothing, hissing at the wall, and then a hose is pointed at you.
Prisoner.
Like a prisoner, exactly. Only you're a child. You're hosed down, and then a bottle of something very, very medical smelling is rolled towards you, and you hear a voice that says, "Wash yourself." And you do. And for a second there, you find yourself trapped in this memory, and the fur starts to stand on its end, and you become a cotton ball of discomfort. But it's quickly snapped out. when you hear the voices of your friends conversing again, asking about ticks. When did you have ticks?
Well, Wendigo does not disclose this if no one asks.
Valerius will not ask why he will take 4 steps away from Wendigo. It's like, lies? What?
Ostracized again because lies.
Vosk is like, you could have asked me. I could have whipped something up. But I suppose that wouldn't be necessary anymore. I look at the bottle that you have, and then I nod approvingly.
As an added bonus, it makes your fur really soft. Here, touch my paw.
Wendigo will reach out with a very ginger finger to touch it.
Anybody who has squished a cat's paw before will know that this is a very calming event. With the toe beans and how squishy everything is. This guy has really big paws for how little he is. And it's like squish, 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 squish. And I'm gonna make a little roll for this guy to see if he controls himself and you do not hear that loud of purr, and then he slowly takes his paw back. Realizing that he's like, these are strangers. That is impolite.
Alright. We're done here. Thank you.
He nods, and then he takes another chocolate and puts it in his mouth, and he's like, again, in that reverie of delicious chocolate melting on his tongue.
Wendigo will duck his head and back out of there.
Okay. Is there anything you would like to do now? Or would you like to skip straight to appearing on the grounds of Pilla while outside?
Wait. I want to find wizards and stuff and do
Okay.
things with.
Valerius also got to do a tune.
Valerius has done this before. He has searched for a wizard.
Yes.
Not
Martin King Philly. Hang on, is his name
Samuel,
Martin
how
King
dare
Philly?
you?
Samuel, sorry. Samuel King Philly, right.
No Samuel King Philly pops up, unfortunately. But
I'll just kind of ask the map for a powerful wizard that can help me.
Random powerful wizard.
But before that, I will go to the bar and
Powerful
grab
and
like a top
generous
shelf.
wizard.
One of those. we had the vodkas with the gold flakes in it. I'm gonna get one of them.
okay. Those. Oh, what was the price again? Was it 11? No, like 50 gold pieces or some stupid shit like that.
Yeah, 20 gold or something. I think it was, which was just ridiculous. But
yeah, it was a ridiculous price. It's Smirnoff gold flex with ice. I don't know.
Smirnoff gold flakes.
Corn flakes.
Hell
Gold flakes.
I'll
Okay, you
check
get that easy enough.
away Some gold.
Easy enough. Not difficult at all. Can you roll me a D100 for your powerful wizard search?
Powerful and generous wizard.
33.
You didn't specify generous. 3.
No, I did say powerful wizard that could help me.
Yes,
Which
you
doesn't
just said
necessarily mean
powerful
generous, but
wizard.
hopefully means helpful.
Okay, 3 arrows pop up. It's your choice which one you want to follow. Yeah, one of them points to Morgana. I mean, at your level, you're pretty powerful.
Yeah, but I need more powerful than Morgana.
Okay.
Down some stairs and you're like, wait.
Make me a perception check for funsies.
Okay.
Just imagine that Morgana is on auto follow, so Gunlock walks in the circle non-stop.
17.
17. You scrutinize a piece of paper. One of them is definitely pointing at Morgana. And you realize that they are tinted differently. Morgana is sort of a soft blush.
Okay.
The rest are bit more pink to red tinted. And you think this might be corresponding to power level, maybe.
I will go to the strongest one.
Okay. You follow that one. It takes you a while because this arrow keeps moving around everywhere.
Oh yeah, it was session 17 when like the barkeep said 55 gold, and Gunnar asked if it was gold in there, then removed the one with gold flake.
55, hey? I will pay that.
Oh, it
No,
hurts.
that was for the whole thing, but
Oh,
like,
okay.
yeah, I think I can post the thing in here.
Yeah.
I can't
I'll just
remember.
post
I
it
took
in
like
this chat.
I took 20 out of my inventory and was hoping that would help.
Yeah, I'm just posting this there.
For for funsies, why not? You guys have a lot of money.
Yeah.
Um, you are you following as a pack of people like all five of you?
No, I think Gunlog's
No,
doing this
I
while
broke
the
off.
rest of us are doing the shopping.
Yeah, I didn't join for the
Mm.
cat.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's unfortunate. You did not meet the
I
kitty.
know I didn't meet him. That's why I'm only commenting in the chat that I would protect this cat with my
I
life.
think we put the cat next to Normandy, and then together they will just
Yeah.
build a city of cute,
Yes.
and nothing would get done.
In the meantime, though, I am tracking a red wizard.
Yeah. Let's give me a what check shot an intelligence check, like a flat intelligence,
Oh God.
just to see how long it takes for you to like follow this line and whether or not this guy stays put. It takes you a while.
Yeah.
Eventually 30 minutes later, the arrow stops moving.
It's sort of like going really fast towards it.
You speed up.
Gotta catch it. Gotta catch it.
Every time you look at the map, you think it's gonna be pinging everywhere again. No, it's stationary. Oh, I gotta move faster. Ah. You see, what you assume that the map will lead you to a wizard. So you see a wizard, but they don't look like a wizard. They're fully armored.
Oh,
Um.
And they
Hello?
have a beautiful sword. And you can't tell their gender at this point.
You look very, very powerful.
With a swift, like very, very snooty eyeball up, but only because resting bitch face, you think, looks up at you, scrunches their forehead, and goes, hi?
Hi. You don't know me, but I've been looking for you. Um. I am in need of help from someone that's kind of powerful. And I'll hold up my scroll of teleportation. I kind of need to put this in here, and I'm not quite at that. Can you please help me? And I pull out like the bottle of the fancy Goldschlager vodka, and I would be very happy to help you. No, just wiggle it so the gold flakes start to like glinting
It
around in it.
it dances around in the vodka. The flakes sort of bounce light off it, and one of the light sort of dances across this person's face. They're beautiful. They are absolutely gorgeous. Um, make me a persuasion check with advantage.
Eh, Let's see if I can roll higher than 10 on anything that's not a D20. D100, I mean. The persuasion. eh,
14?
14?
Okay. The light that is bounced off the dancing flecks of gold in the bottle sort of illuminates the eyebrow that is slowly but surely raising. And they sort of would be nice if I had a name.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm in a little bit of a hurry, so I just kind of got ahead of myself. I'm Gunlaug. I'm going on a mission tomorrow morning. I don't know if it's night time. In about 8 hours, and we're trying to figure out, well, to get our getaway, our escape prepared before we go.
Happy to help. She puts a hand out. You can call me Reagan.
Reagan, very, very lovely to meet you, and I'm sorry to just kind of attack you like this.
Surprisingly, it happens more often than you think.
I'm not surprised. You kind of just ask the map for someone that's good and can help, and then you just follow it, right?
When she shook your hand, when they shook your hand, they didn't stand up, but this time they're actually actively standing up, and you realize this person is like 7 feet tall.
Just look up and be like, with a little bit of like, oh,
Very, very tall person. And you also realize that they're very clean. They smell nice. Like they haven't done anything yet today, and they look pretty chill. So you assume that you've hit the jackpot.
they're good
That
looking.
that maybe they really have nothing to do today, and they can spare time.
Nice.
They look at you. Yeah, yeah. What kind of spell is it? Pass it here.
Teleport.
Uh,
Yes, please have one.
they look at the spell. Rings generally don't let you put more than a 5th level spell.
This one, I kind of like wiggle a little bit and see the blood kind of come out from around her finger. I'm like, this one does.
She sees the blood and she's like, hey, you should get that checked.
Yeah, it's helpful right now. I'd probably take that off tomorrow once we're done with the thing.
She nods with a very deep chagrin. She's like, sure, hang on, let me just cast this spell really quick. She sort of takes time to scrutinize the spell for a while. And then she's like, okay, yeah, easy enough. You see her cast the spell. What should shimmer around the both of you start shimmering around the spell scroll. The spell scroll slowly starts to disintegrate, turning into beads of magic. And then they send the beads of magic into your ring. And for a second, you feel the piercing of the ring just start itching, and it's slightly a little bit more painful. Just for a second. But you also know that it is storing the spell. At least that's safe.
Shit. That is, that's awesome. That's really cool. Thank you so much. You have made my mission tomorrow possible.
You seriously have to get that checked. I think more blood came out.
Yeah, a little bit. Do you happen to have a disguise self, by the way? Just while I've got you here.
I do actually. I kind of look like this, and sometimes kind of conspicuous. Do you need it now?
That would be amazing.
Sure. Just reminder it lasts for like an hour.
Yeah, I don't need it for very long.
What do you want to look like?
Oh, if you could just put it in the ring, I can. I've got one more spot left in it.
Yeah, I can do that. Like super fast, immediately. Like you feel another jolt of pain on the finger that the ring sits on. A bit less, considering the spell that is being cast into it. And it's done.
You are fantastic. I will buy you a drink if we survive tomorrow.
Like large hand alights on your shoulder and goes, I wouldn't worry about it. Just, pass it on.
Yeah.
I will tell you though, when you get powerful enough and you get some off time, you're gonna get strange people coming to you asking for requests. Here.
Good to know.
Also, I'll try to remember your name next time.
Very nice to meet you, Reagan.
She nods. I'm gonna go back to my book now.
Yes, please do. I'm sorry to have disturbed you. Thank you.
They sit down and continue thumbing through pages. Occasionally you see like them look up to see if you're gone yet.
Can I low-key just try to see what book they're reading?
Sure. Make me a perception check.
Well,
With disadvantage because big hands hide and aim.
24. There we go. There's
Very
the good
good.
roll.
You passed this book by at the library a few times. You didn't think they would be reading this, but it's like the fantasy version of Pride and Prejudice.
Ah.
And it looks as if their big hands are covering it, not just because they have big hands, but they're secretly sort of like not wanting people to know what they're reading.
Yep.
Okay. So you've got that done.
Yes.
You eventually, I'm gonna say, this takes you enough time to meet up with the rest.
Cool. Hey guys, does anyone want to come with me and talk to Kel before we go?
Cool. Oh,
Yeah,
I suppose
was
I should
thinking.
be there. I think we should all
Yes.
be there.
Well, I was thinking I was gonna not look like me because I doubt he'll want to talk to me. So if you're gonna be there, can you be like out of sight?
Oh yeah, of course.
I may as well not
Yeah.
be there.
I mean, you could just stand like he's ahead. We could prop him up and you can be behind him.
Valerius nods. All right.
I'm going to take a bath.
Nice
Uh,
shampoo.
Right. Yep. Valerius steps away again.
Fair enough, I guess
Meet
so.
you later.
Valerius
Yeah.
gonna grab
So
Gunlock's shoulder real
insert
quick.
name wherever Gunlock's planning to do the thing. When they go, will return there later.
Okay.
Acknowledges.
For ease of purpose, you know that you can just do the spell in your room.
Yeah, I want to do it right away, and then we can get a rest afterwards, and then be ready to go in the morning.
Yep. You go to your room. You set up some newspapers on the ground so that the soggy blood doesn't seep through into the carpet. How are you positioned?
I will make sure that whoever else is there and is coming with do not are not in line of sight.
Mm-hmm.
Who should I turn into?
Up to
There's
you.
the wizard that was with him. Do we know what?
I think
Armadillo
he
looks
saw
like?
us beat the wizard, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the last to go.
Yep.
And
Literally,
very,
everyone
very
went down.
like the most rude, undignified. He's probably
okay,
in hell right now. Like
no
I
one
did.
saw. No one saw.
I died in the most
So-
undignified way.
Yeah. Can I get a description from
I don't think you
Or-
want to impersonate anyone he recognizes, because that can backfire very easily.
I know it can, but also this is probably a good chance to ask. Can I
Okay.
get a
You know,
description from Morgana what the tabaxi that was uh, assisting him when they first met Kel looked like?
oh,
If you got a minor illusion or something, you could probably just pop up a little picture.
Morgana?
Morgana. I want to see if I can pull
Hello?
up the picture.
Oh, you mean Penny?
Yeah, Penny.
And
Yes.
she's coming again.
That one, that one.
Hello.
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 Okay. Can you be again?
Description of
Can I
Penny.
get a
Description of what?
description of the tabaxi?
The tabaxi person.
Which one?
The one at the cart
Yeah,
office?
the carriage.
taxi
Remember with the
office?
kobold, the unconscious tabaxi when we came back but she was conscious earlier.
Oh, the one that was not nice.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
That was like 4
because
months
we
ago.
don't know what Armadillo looks like, do we?
What? Uh,
You're smart.
am
It's
I-
fine. It's a black cat with at the tip of its tail, very long tail, is white. A very lithe black cat.
I will make myself look like that.
Okay.
and I get 5 questions. I was hoping to just see if there's anything that he might know that could help us tomorrow. I don't know if he would. It's not going to be actually him. It's just kind of going to be almost like a memory of him, and I'm hoping that it'll kind of be lower his guard enough that he would just see someone that's like friendly or can be trusted and just respond.
Are you do you have your questions ready, or you're looking for suggestions?
I would be very happy to take suggestions.
Okay, so I'm thinking, like, I don't know how well this works either. For all we know, Penny didn't survive, but assuming Penny survived,
Eh,
I guess a question could be, actually, I don't know how much she would tell Penny either, because like the last we saw her, she was bonked and face down.
She's
Yeah.
like an underling, so
Yes.
An
Is it-
underling that he doesn't hesitate to punch.
I
yeah.
just I don't think we know the what anyone else looks like that is like his level. Oh, I could always look like His Excellency, actually.
Yeah?
Would that be
You
better?
you definitely know what he looks like.
Yeah, fuck yeah, can I do that instead?
Because like he may not feel compelled to answer anything to an underling.
No, that's what I was
Mm.
concerned about as well. And then I realized, oh, I don't know what like Armadillo looks like or anything. But Cedras, we know what he looks like.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Yeah,
you
let's do him.
Okay. Tell me how the
Now,
spell looks like.
Um, I just kind of sit the body up a little bit. Is it a whole body or do we just take the head?
Just the head.
Kind of sit it up, on like a little chair or something. Make sure that everyone else is out of sight. I kind of take some notes in my book and deep breath. I haven't really done this before, but I know that it can be done, and I think I've kind of worked out how to do it. So just gonna kind of meditate for a moment and just channel the spell.
Okay. You feel the spell take effect in a very interesting zone, occupying yourself and this head of a person that you absolutely despise. Um, to other people, you look exactly like Dalmir Cedras. Blue skinned, smirk on his face. Very tender and gentle. But you know all of this is a lie. You see the cheeks on the head that were previously sullen puff up a little bit, and you hear breath exhale. And you know that the spell is going on.
Okay, so prior to this, when I asked everyone if they had any suggestions, do they have any suggestions?
okay, like my thoughts got thrown off a bit because my first thought was like, to go from the angle of like, well, things are falling apart. Who do I contact, to continue this thing? But Delmer Cedras is not someone that looks like he's panicking, right?
No, no, no. I think I'm just gonna like it'd be more like demanding to know what he's up to or like
Okay. So
what
from
is
what
going
is
on.
reasonable from Dalme, I'm thinking he might demand to know who is replacing Kel, since, like if I can't contact you now, who am I contacting next?
Yep, that's a good idea.
Like, so that might get us some names.
And the location perhaps of hmm. No, some names to start with is probably a good idea.
Like who's the replacement? Okay, so that's number one.
Hmm.
Ben, any ideas? Ben,
Am I muted?
You
you're
were.
very
No,
soft.
you are not muted. You're
Oh,
very soft.
I was just thinking I didn't really have any.
No, Joe's or cat everyone.
Unfortunately, I can't think of anything either.
No.
Okay.
Is
I'm
Uh,
hoping for things. So if we get who's their replacement, be like, what are their roles and their capabilities? Because we need
no,
to. I need
that
to know
that's
that
a
before I
lot
roll
of
the spell.
that's a lot of questions already.
No, no.
I'm-
Like you can phrase that to be like one question. So if we get to know who their replacement is, like, well, I want to know if I can trust them. So please tell me about their roles and
No,
responsibilities or
the
capabilities.
the spell does not go into very lengthy thing. It's not obligated. I mean,
No, I know,
if he
but
gives name, we can ask further about it. But
yeah,
besides, who's the replacement? I'm thinking. Okay, so I'm thinking from Cedra's side. After things went funny, he may have lost contact with Basul.
yeah.
Uh, so maybe
I,
his second question would be, how do I get back in touch with Basul?
yeah.
Oh yeah. I mean, the worst case scenario is he just doesn't answer, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, and we have to think about how this question
Um,
goes. Okay, number 3 is okay, I'm thinking from Cedra's view again. Number 3 would be, so
how
Kel
do I
is dead. Immortal is somewhere out there. Uh,
ask for how to locate Amadil as well?
okay, I'm trying to think about this because Immortal seems like she's more with Cedras than with the other side, right?
Hard to know.
Okay, here's the problem with Immortal. Knowing to her how to locate her is one thing, but knowing what she looks like is the $1 billion question.
Mm,
Yeah, because you can just change that to whatever.
Hmm. Okay, how about I ask, like number 3 is, what face was Immortal last wearing when things went to shit? Something like that.
Like just asking how to locate her is better.
Because locate assumes she doesn't move.
No,
Or
but
it
there
could
might
be
be
how to
specific.
find her.
Yeah, yeah. It could be
Hmm.
specific places that they
Oh
can be
yeah. Oh
found or
yeah. Now
located.
I know. Like, you're gonna go like you blame Immortal for this screw up as well, so you demand to know where to find her.
Mm,
Yeah. Yeah. Be like, this is all her fault. She could have dealt with those people, but she didn't. And now she is hiding.
yep.
Where find?
Hmm.
Be the
That
Batman.
kind of angle?
Yeah, something like that. How we get 5, is it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, like
So I
these
might
are
ask
some.
about Imadil first, actually, just to be like, that seems
How?
like an immediate irritant, and then move on to who's his replacement and how to get in touch with Basul. And then we might not need to make more questions immediately to see, based on those answers, what we can
Okay, but
ask.
just in case we need to think also like what is useful information.
Mm.
Uh, okay, how about this? What does the enemy know?
Okay, yeah, sure.
So that will show what they think it's compromised.
Actually, good idea.
5. Can someone think of something? This thinking is difficult.
It is.
Fair, Joe, any idea?
Besides what you mentioned thus far, I don't think there's anything else of prevalent to ask.
I think we could just ask these and see if there's anything we need to ask follow-ups about.
How does the enemy know who's the replacer? How to give it a
And we can
patrol?
think in the meantime as well, and just it's like Gunlag might be asking the questions, but if I need to press pause to let everyone have some input about what we should ask, this is because this is a game where we play together.
Hmm.
Okay,
I'm gonna
go
say
not you.
that during the spell, the head can only hear Gunlag.
Yeah.
Okay, good luck. Do you have enhance ability just in case I don't know you need it or something?
Let me check if I have that prepped.
I
Oh,
will
I
say
don't have
that
that
you,
prep today.
if you did, I would have had you cast it before, so you would have had it on.
Yeah, yeah.
Hmm.
Makes sense. But no, I did not. I didn't prep that today.
Okay, so it'll start with the I'm a deal first, and the others you can deal with.
Yep.
So, good luck.
All right. I will look just a little bit annoyed, and then
Last
my
question can be like, yo, how did they kill you? And then he will just be like, I don't wanna say.
What do you mean kill?
Bro, you're ahead.
I'm always ahead.
I'm gonna look a little bit annoyed and say, my operation is unraveling. Where do I find Immortal? Or how do I find Immortal?
There is a clack of the jaw as it unhinges to speak. As far as I know, Immortal will find you.
Oh, that's very helpful. So who's your replacement now that you're dead?
They will come from one of the people that I've trained. Preferably untainted.
Untainted. Okay. Is anyone taking some notes on this, by the way?
I'm taking notes, but untainted probably means people with the worms and all that. Of course,
Yep.
Dalmir would not ask this.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna ask. I just wondering. What about Basul? How can I get in touch with her?
You see the space between the eyebrows sort of crinkle up as the face looks at you. Make me a persuasion check.
Okay.
Sorry, not persuasion, deception. Haha, wrong.
Oh, it's the exact same modifier. Do you want me to roll again, or?
Nah, it's fine.
I
16.
16's a bit low for my taste. I'm gonna flash of genius that.
Okay.
Right.
Nice.
You get a +4, right?
It's +5 actually, so we got
Plus
21.
5. Okay, 21. The eyebrow remains crinkled, and then I do not control the whereabouts of your sister.
Oh, okay.
Oh, that is juicy. Okay. All right. So what does the enemy know then? Now that they're obviously you've been compromised and then some.
There is a long pause as the AI tries to parse the question. The enemy knows and tries to stop our operations. We must eliminate them, lest everything unravels.
Okay.
Oh, I have the perfect fifth question.
Okay.
What of our resources still remains unused or at hand? Do you get it?
Yep. So what of our resources still remain at hand?
I will see the general, and she will come up with solutions and send me back out. And I will eliminate them and then find you.
Did he not show awareness that he was dead, even though I said it?
No, there seems to be no awareness.
Okay.
The AI does not understand death.
I see. And then I suppose he goes back to being objectified.
Yep. It takes a few seconds before the light leaves his eyes. The jaw slackens. The cheek becomes sallow again as it droops on wherever you set it on, and it starts dripping again. Kind of
You
gross.
do realize I have cast Gentle Repose on it, so it shouldn't be too slimy.
You casted it. I would say you casted it as it sort of came
Was
out of
getting
rigor
a bit
mortis.
Okay, okay.
Like it's like the blood is still goopy, but it's not disintegrating,
Good.
so it's still okay. And I'm
Yeah.
guessing you cast that every day. Like, let's.
It lasts for 10 days.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's fine.
I don't need to. Yeah.
It's just out of rigor mortis, so it's getting squishy.
Yeah. Ugh. Okay, that was kind of helpful though.
Oof.
That was a big bomb.
Yeah. We should
Okay.
tell our handler this before we leave and potentially die and no one knows.
Yeah, we
Okay.
need to go inform.
So,
I can also
okay.
deposit Kel to evidence, but we could potentially in a while talk to him again.
I think there's a cooldown period.
It
The thing.
does. Yeah.
1 week, right?
Let me double check. I'm just gonna pop it here so everyone can see it. 10 days.
10 days. Just fast forward the computer clock.
Oh, I wish how that could work.
Okay, it's your choice. You effectively have about 3.5 more hours before the cutoff time, so you can choose to hand over the head, put it in storage, or go early. Oh, I'm assuming you've set Iral up with all his shit, so he's getting ready, right?
Yeah.
Okay,
Cool.
your call.
Okay,
I
I
will
need to.
go deposit the head, I suppose, and stop by our handler to just be like, we just learned this shit.
Pretty important.
Okay, actually, before we share it, can we think a bit between ourselves of what this means? Okay,
Sure.
if Immortal finds the Delmare rather than the other way around, she could be like a third-party agent.
I think it's been confirmed. Well, depends on how much Sima Sunnybright knew, but that she is part of Ursa Corpus. I think.
Okay,
Was it?
so
Yeah.
Yeah.
She is in the
She was
chart.
listed as one of their like
Yeah.
people.
It just depends if he knew something that was faulty. Like he might have thought that that was the
no,
case.
but no, there's nothing about Immortal that suggests Ursa Corpus. He was linked to Dalmir, but like, I mean, the way Immortal behaves, there's no way this is Ursa Corpus.
Why not?
No, like Immortal and Kel were linked to Ursa Corpus.
Were they?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I believe so.
Look at the little helpful diagram that I drew.
Okay, I'll double confirm this, but okay, but either way, it looks like Immortal reports if and when she decides to, so like she has the
Yep.
advantage here.
Yep.
Okay, replacement from one of the people I've trained, preferably untainted.
Yeah.
So that means
Tainted
okay.
could mean the worms.
There were
or
two other people that
something
were
else.
mentioned that from Iral that are Kel's
They're
equivalent, but
yeah,
Kel
they were
did not
hired.
train them, so they are like they won't be these people.
They were
Yeah.
like the right hand men of Basul, I believe.
Felipe and Mozoki, I believe.
Yeah.
Felipe.
Okay. Getting do not control whereabouts of the sister. So it's like
Aral might be able to give us some names of who might take over for uh, Kel.
not the most.
But yeah, the fact that Dalmir's address is the brother
Sister.
of General Basul is interesting.
Okay, so we know from what Wendigo knows, there's a twin sister to the real Tozra. Maybe this might be a fake sister, but then there's definitely a real brother in the know then if that's the case.
Mm.
But if the General Basul is a brother is sister to His
But
Excellency, So does
Half,
it mean that
I suppose, because he is not
Oh.
not an elf. He's a what's it called? The Jin, half Jin.
Uh,
Uh,
people with Arcana proficiency make me a Arcana check.
okay, Arcana check.
I have Arcana proficiency.
My roll not good. I shall
Why?
give boss +5 to 19.
Okay, 19. Boss, the physiology tells you that this Dalmer Sidras is a air genasi. The genie genetics is very strong and it tends to override most other races.
Ah,
I see. Interesting.
So you can be dwarf, elf, human, orc, but you
Correct.
will still be a genasi.
right. Okay.
okay. Yeah, this is interesting. Because he said sister, not half sister. Like sister is very strong.
Yeah, but
So if let's say there was sister, then the mother is the matriarch some time ago.
yeah.
Okay, then how does the enemy know? Okay, that one is not very useful, but expected from Cal. We will see a general should come up with solutions and back. Okay, so the last question confirms that Dalmir is pretty much useless without the general.
Yep.
Mm.
Hmm. Okay, yeah, you might as well go ahead and share this with this, but this is interesting.
Yes, it is. I will run and share that because that seems like something that should be shared before.
So now the more I think about it, so remember there was the question of how do they have people in different places?
Mm.
So if the prime matron is an elf, but her children all look like other things, she can technically install them everywhere.
Yeah. I bet Dalmer Cedrus is like the little brother that's just like a pretty face. We just put him here and then let him run his little thing. We'll help him. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Okay, who is going with to see Ethis with her stacks of work?
Valerius will tag along.
After Wendigo is thoroughly cleaned up, he will go as well.
Okay. I'm gonna say all of you
Hey.
Scooby-Doo into her room again, and she's like, oh,
Knock, knock, knock.
you people again.
Are you the guy knock?
No, it's just Barge. You
We knock
see
very
her
polite.
with the mask slightly askew as she holds it as she sips on a straw into a cup.
What?
And then, because she wears a mask, you can't really drink from with the mask on.
Makes sense.
And
Right,
she's
right,
very
right.
aware that you guys just like to barge in. She's not taking it off. So she's like, oh,
Who
it's
else is she
you.
dealing with?
Puts down her cup, slightly annoyed, puts the mask like properly. You still didn't see her face. And then she goes,
Okay.
so you're ready to go?
Sorry, information. He looks good now.
Right.
I will just reiterate what we were told.
Explain. So we spoke to the head and blah 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 blah.
Yeah.
You see the hand on the chin like stroking excitedly, and she's like, so you're saying that the head told you that Dalmer is the general's brother?
Mm-hmm.
This might be more convoluted than I thought. And
Yup.
more interesting. And slightly more dangerous.
Yup.
Because we still have a missing twin, right? But there were four.
For what?
Were there four siblings?
Correct.
Got 2 out of 4.
If they don't look like their mother,
Worrying. She looks at Morgana. Morgana, you're from that Ice Root College, right?
Yep.
So you know this matron, whatever her face is.
Yes.
Can
Well,
you get some?
I don't know her like personally, but I know who she is.
Can you get information about her? I want to know if she's involved because she's in a powerful position as the matron of the school. She is the head of. I mean, think about it. If she was bad, she would be teaching future generations of spellcasters to her ideology.
That's
Can,
true.
Just
But
looks
can
at
Wendigo
Morgana.
analyze if Morgana is bad?
I don't know. What do you want to use? What do you want to use for this?
Everyone turns around and looks at Morgana.
Yes. Suspicion.
I'm not saying that you, Morgana, are evil. She puts it in inverted quotes. You're with us. And then she sort of gives like a very passing glance to Wendigo. Like it lasts for a split second. And if you had passive insight of 18, you may have caught it.
Wendigo
Ooh,
has never passed any insight checks.
I have a passive
I don't even
insight
have
of
18.
19.
Okay, make a roll.
Okay. It's okay, I haven't rolled higher than 10. Rolled high.
Why your rolls?
Ah.
When I was trying
Legendary.
to find out what book someone was reading was the only time I haven't rolled above 10 tonight.
your
Or when I was
deception
rolling
pass.
D100s.
Your
Um,
deception
important
pass, that was the
things.
most important thing.
Yep.
It
Bosk,
passed, but I think that too was below.
Bosk, you saw the head move, but you didn't see to what direction. Gunlog, you're pretty sure. Both Gunlog and Morgana, both of you see her head tilt, but you think that she was looking at her coffee.
Makes sense. Why should drinking coffee out of straw, you know?
So she, do you think this with your face?
Yes.
Okay, she's like, she sees you and she's like, do you know how hard it is to drink things with a mask on when you're trying to keep a low profile and y'all keep barging in? I should put a lock on that door.
Don't wear a mask.
Can't do that.
Morgana, what do you know?
Honestly, not that much. I was planning to make a trip to the school to find out more. I do have some old acquaintances that are still there, but at this moment I don't really know much.
We have 3 hours. What can you give us?
I could teleport over there.
Save your spell slots, we're probably going to be fighting.
Sorry.
Save spell slots because we will probably be fighting.
Ooh. Oh yeah. Maybe not.
I don't think we can do much in 3 hours. But we can follow up on it later.
Wendigo's just watching Morgana.
That's suspicious.
Okay, out of character, what do you expect Morgana to do at this point if I don't use the spell slots to go over school?
No, as in, as far as Wendigo is judging, Morgana has never really given much information at all.
Because Morgana don't know any information. She's not withholding information. She don't know
She's
anything.
smart, but she's oblivious. That's what's going on.
Like, who knows the dean of the school? Nobody knows. Doesn't know who he is.
No, Wendigo is like, your IQ is supposed to be 5 times higher than mine. Why is it not?
I'm
Again,
busy studying, not
She's not
taking.
gonna
I'm
analyze
not
it like
K4, okay?
nobody's business. She's just completely oblivious to anything except for the stuff she's interested in.
Yeah, I was
Checks out.
studying.
Imagine she's studying in Icewood College and like 3 bodies get rolled past on the stretcher and she's like, flip page.
She looks up and just like, oh.
She might be an engineer.
Okay,
That's what I
here's the
would
thing. Here's the
expect
thing.
with
I need to
engineers.
remind all of you that Morgana's mom, as far as she knows, died because she went to boil water.
Hello?
I think that tells you enough.
Left the
Hello?
kettle on.
Ah,
Uncalled
this,
for.
this DM batu api.
Tak ada. Tengah boil air ni. But as far as Morgana, you don't know some people. I'll send you names later after the game, because
Okay.
so many notes. And it's really up to you when you decide to contact these people.
Oh, okay.
Because you have sending now, so it's very easy for you to be like, hey, so
We have sending.
what's up? It's been a while. Can I borrow 1,000 copies?
Borrow. Yeah.
Be like those creepy Facebook friends who just hit you up because somebody is sick.
Insurance.
Yeah, sell insurance. Please
Okay.
don't do that. People on the internet, don't do that. Yes.
Okay.
So everybody's sort of looking and scrutinizing Morgana. You see Ethis sort of reach out for her coffee again and attempting to put the coffee awkwardly under her mask. And she's like,
I am eyeing her so carefully as she's doing
Huh.
this.
When
Hey,
they
why
go
is she
look
not showing her face?
reasons.
when they go
Nonsense.
look at this again, do we have someone else from college?
She thinks, I'm gonna again have to reach out.
Happy worth.
Our connection to these places are you guys. Morgana, for example.
Yes. Do you have any other Morganas?
Not in Krera at the moment. Here's the thing. I find that a lot of the Ice Root alma maters tend to do their own thing. The long-lived one tend to piss
Ours
off
does too.
to certain locations and bury themselves in weird arcane things and then come back like 50 years later.
Checks out.
Morgana, you're like, check,
Looks
yep,
at
yep,
Morgana. Yes, this is
yes,
true.
absolutely.
Yeah,
I-
short essay. Only
that-
takes 50 years. So easy.
That seems to be a trend. So if I were to find another person from Ice Root, it's going to take a while to bring them back here. It's a coercion. So right now, you're all we got. And your contacts. And trust me, some of these people are old.
Like Morgana.
Morgana
or
looking like a spring chicken.
Like, have you ever seen a wrinkly elf? I have.
How old is the wrinkly elf?
She shrugs. I don't know, but old enough to be wrinkly. So, what are your decisions? The head, I'm assuming, is in a safe place.
Yes,
to
we've
go
put it into
custody.
evidence.
Do you want to
let's
head
say
out
we do
now?
that first, probably. Could do.
Okay, let's go. I just have to call the guy.
Anyone have anything else they need to do before we go?
Nope.
We'll probably just make sure Aral's all set.
Right. He should be released to the holding chambers about now. He's not free to roam around. But when it's
Well,
time to move out, we'll teleport from his place.
I guess we'll go get him and we get going.
She nods. And she sort of hops off her chair, looks at her coffee that is like halfway done. And then I'll see you where Iral is. I'll get the mage who is to send us. Iral knows where, right? Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what he told us.
and we're gonna trust him. And then she ushers everybody out of her room, closes the door, locks it, and then she disappears in the other direction. As
Oh,
all of
before-
you,
Before she closes the door, Valerius is gonna reach into his pocket and pulls out a deadbolt and hands it to her along with the screws.
right. Tell you what. This is probably gonna take 5 minutes, right? Can you just do that?
Sure. Comes in, closes the door. Starts doing thing with the sonic screwdriver.
Yeah, she's just watching you, and she's like, "Why didn't I think of this earlier?"
5 minutes later, all done. Knock knock. And it's like, if you have a padlock, then yeah, that'd be better.
She takes out another fortune cookie and she gives it to you.
Oh, thank you.
Bonus cookie.
Bonus cookie. Now you have 4 cookies. You can be like the count. Now I have 4 cookies.
I'll thank her for her time. Open the door. Let myself out and close the door.
Ingenuity is rewarded. I wish I could give you something better, but I don't have any. Unless you like Skittles.
It's fine. Valerius shrugs. He's like, thanks a lot, this already helps enough.
Okay.
We'll see you later.
She leaves to the other direction now, leaving you guys to go to Iral. He is now in a more comfortable living situation. It's not a cell anymore with like a neon light. Sorry, not neon. Like this ugly blue light. It's more a yellow soft light that will allow him to sleep. He has food in his belly. He has reading material.
Is this the holding area?
Yeah, this is the holding area. This is more civilized than the for criminals.
I see.
5,000 years old. Somebody can confirm, but elves don't live beyond the 700, right?
Tolkien would disagree.
Yeah, it
that's
depends
very
on
much
the setting.
Anyway.
I'm just gonna source D&D real quick. They can live up to 750.
Okay, yeah. So wrinkly is like prune level 700s and above. They're pruning. Ural is sort of standing and looking out the window. Outside of the window, you see the landscape, which is white, snow-capped, cold, arid. And then he turns to face you, and he's like, "Oh, are we ready to go?"
Has he been given his gear yet?
Yep, he is kitted out. You see the garrote sort of tied neatly on one side where he can reach with his free hand. You see his no longer there hand sort of covered with the tiny shield cover now. He is wearing his leathers, very smart, and he's cleaned himself up. Like, he cleans up really well. He still looks like an asshole, but now he's a clean asshole. He looks expectantly.
Yeah, I think we're about ready to go.
Right.
Turn
Thanks
around,
for the gear.
Hey, we want you to actually be helpful.
I am 100% sure that I would actually, or you can stab me yourself. Or he looks at Wendigo, he's like, "You can have another snack."
The other arm.
He seems very cavalier about losing his arm at this point.
Yeah,
We need
like disturbingly so.
We
need a destination.
Oh, that's real easy. Do you guys have a map? A
We
current
have
map?
teleportation if you have the knowledge.
Yeah. It would be sort of safer if I showed you where, then we can go there without problems.
We will get a map.
We have a map. We have a map, don't worry.
We have
Yep,
a
you
map, yes.
definitely do.
Yeah.
Teleportation. A few minutes later, Ethis comes in with a mage who is very kitted out. And then you recognize this person. Good now.
Yeah.
It's Reagan!
Yeah.
Oh,
Reagan comes out and they're like,
Hey.
hey, I remember you.
The Spider-Man
person.
point.
Wendigo will
You.
compare heights.
Wendigo is still taller than a lot of people. This person is like 7'4".
Okay.
Yeah, so you need to get somewhere, right? And
Yeah.
unrelated to
Go
the
back.
thing I just put in your ring.
Yeah, that's how we get back.
Right, makes sense. Good luck. Where are we going? Oh, this place. Gerald points to a point on the map. Well, at least you know where. They sort of channel their energy.
They Chanel their energy.
They Chanel their energy and they go, everybody Gucci.
Oh, I
It's
think so.
it's very cold out there.
Uh,
I have no other
Yeah, we
brands.
know.
I'm very bad with brands. I'm also reading the spell. Because I know I have to. Oh, okay. We good. This is gonna be kind of tough for you guys.
yes.
Oh
We are
God, I have to. She thinks. I mean, they
If you
think
do
they're
it
like,
a thonk.
because they're like, if I do a teleport, that means I'm going with you, but I can teleport outright.
You've
Right.
given me the means.
I can go camping. You see that resignation in her face, in their face, and they're like, oh, hang on, I'll
You can't teleport out if you teleport us in.
teleport is a level 7 spell.
She might have the circle though. Then she can go back to the circle.
She's thinking about it. It's a ritual.
She's like,
yes.
do I want a
She's
circle?
she's a ritual. Circle is a ritual. Right?
Oh.
I don't think so.
No, it's not.
No,
It's a
no,
1
no.
minute cast.
No, but
It's
I think
not,
she
it's
can
not.
cast teleport
Yeah.
at level 7 and then circle back.
True.
Yeah.
True. She's
Because circle is not as high a
This
slot.
is DM sort of braining the moment. She's actually very smart. I mean, they're actually very smart. Just like Morgana.
Eh.
I'm kidding.
Bully.
Bully. Right. Are we ready? Because I'm leaving as soon as we get there. Well,
Yeah.
a minute after, but you're on your own. I have a
Wendigo
date.
will take a deep breath and then hold everything in.
Okay. And immediately, they start casting. It's very fast. Within 6 seconds, you find yourself being pulled. This is a different feeling from when you were teleporting to a circle. This is more gut wrenching. Like it's more random, and because it is a description of a place that she has never been to, I need somebody to roll me a D100. And you need to roll. Okay, 64. You're.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
All of you land. It's snowing, but it's not
That's
a
a good
blizzard,
sign.
so you can see. Your friend sort of looks around and goes, "Ah, this place looks kind of shit. What is this place?"
we're in
Trera.
Locklear.
I
Locklear,
don't know
right.
if you have if you're allowed to know. I don't know.
Locklear.
Yeah, she's
I'd-
allowed to know we're in Locklear.
Yeah,
She
it's
teleports us
it's
here.
fine. I'm gonna leave, and then she starts drawing her circle for a minute, and then poof, she's
Are
gone.
we in the exact correct place, are we? Yeah.
Iral is gonna look around. He's gonna take some time taking it in. Like 10 minutes before he goes, we're a little off the mark.
How far? And Valerius pulls out the map.
Maybe a day's travel.
Oh,
Oh shit.
That's
Oh,
all right. That's all
that's-
right. We can work
that's
with
fine.
that.
It's better than nothing, I guess.
Look up to the sky. What time is it?
True.
Make me
true.
a survival check.
Valerius is a scout, yet he has absolutely no survival.
Oh,
19,
never-
good.
Never
Okay.
mind.
You look up at the sky, and I am going to check on my notes. The game god is going to be like, it is sort of like cresting darkness. Like you've been in this situation before. You know it takes 3 hours for the sun to set. And you're somewhere between these 3 hours.
I'll announce out to the
So-
party. It's like, guys, we should probably set shelter. Nightfall is not too far away.
Between 5 and 7.
Okay.
Know what direction we need to go in.
Yeah, you definitely know. Irel sort of knows how to get there. Like he knows roughly where he is.
Is he
Should
and
we-
then
Push through some of the night, I suppose, is the question.
okay. How
Might be better throughout the
how
night.
proficient does Iral look in navigating out here?
He looks like he's doing pretty decently for himself
Is he
since he's
Gucci?
taken out the map and he is measuring.
Wendigo will
he's-
assist him if needed.
Okay, Wendigo,
Is
you
he
do
do-
have some training with what's his name, Farid. So you know
Yeah,
how
I
to
have
negotiate a little bit.
favored terrain.
Ooh, and Dr. Busk being
Because
MVP.
surprise.
Surprise.
I took a level in ranger. Ho, ho.
Nice.
After all that time, you're like, I'm sick of being cold. I'm sick of not knowing where I am. I'm gonna be a ranger.
I'll learn.
I'm gonna learn
Uh,
from Farid.
I
Valerius and
became an
Floki will do
expert.
perception checks.
Meanwhile, Wendigo looks quite happy with his surroundings. He's back in this cold place.
Okay. So do you guys want to he looks around, he looks at his map, he makes his calculations with all the help, and it's confirmed you're about a day away. Like 8 hours trudging through the snow kind of thing away. No, like yeah, thereabouts. Like a snow. You need rest if you feel like it. And then he looks at Gunlag and goes, do you want to go through the night? I don't recommend it generally.
What's
You know, with the
the
ice
best
worms.
time to reach there?
Well, nighttime is the time where they're most active.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe
By they, he
part of the
means
way
the
during
means
the night just to get some of the travel done.
By they he means Ursa Corpus
Okay.
Oh,
from his
Yeah.
memory. And then he agrees with people who say by they you mean the animals, and he's like them too.
Okay.
we travel in day.
We still have technically another 2 hours if we want to keep moving.
Use it.
Close
Alright.
whatever distance we can, just so we don't have to do it later.
Okay.
Valerius picks up Floki. Floki, be our eyes in the sky, please.
Wendigo
Rises.
freezes when he hears this noise. Here.
In
Oh,
there
God.
there is a nightmare Wendigo has in the middle of the night that is just Floaty flying around and he can't catch Floaty, and Floaty's just going, you
Oh
love me.
I'm picturing Floater just doing the R2D2 scream the whole time.
Oh my god.
Gosh,
That would hurt
oh
me.
no.
Like, oh man, that hurts. You trudge
Okay.
for an hour and a half.
I'm a
And
rope perception.
go ahead. 29.
We can move. Oh wait, if you're traveling alone, you forage. Tracking.
Well, favorite enemy means you're favorite terrain means you're not slowed down.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So that's good.
We can't get lost.
With a 29, you know that there is some stormy weather coming in, which is sort of predicted by the fact that you entered this space when it's snowing. But it's sort of
Okay.
getting more chill. Like it's
I
colder.
shall alert the team. Guys, I think the weather's going to become a bit harsher, so we should probably find a place to bunk down soon.
All
When
right,
they go a look at the hut provider,
that is the new thing that we do. We look for a safe place to.
We do have
Um,
a hut, right?
Wait for
Make
Hut to
me
come down.
either everybody make a survival check or one person does survival with advantage.
okay, when they go do that, then
Good luck,
Yeah,
buddy.
do you have good
I
survival?
have expertise surviving.
Oh, very
Oh,
good.
nice.
24.
You have a 24.
Um,
what's a boss modifier for future purpose?
Let's see. 7 plus 11.
Oh,
Oh.
Whoa.
boss
Not 7
confusion.
plus 11. 11 total.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's still a lot nice.
7
That's
plus
only
11
if
is like,
we're in the tundra.
okay.
that's fine. You're in the tundra
Still
all the
very
time.
good.
What are you talking about? Okay. So with the 24, it's easy enough for you to find some sort of abandoned burrow. But you also know that it would be very helpful for Morgana to put a cap on that burrow with her
Yeah.
Leoman's tiny hut.
That's what we did last time. I think we'll do that.
Ira looks at the gang and goes, "Oh, I'll take first watch. Would be good if I had a second."
Yep,
Valerius
I'll be
join
with
him.
you.
Oh, okay. I'll take the second watch then.
Okay, so first watch is Iral and Bosk. Second is somebody write this down.
Yep.
Okay.
Second is Valerius and someone else, is it?
I can
Yeah.
take it.
Yep.
Valerius and
Valerius and
Kuln.
Kuln.
All right.
Third,
By third, Morgana will be awake because
yes.
assuming she trances like in the nighttime.
Mm.
So
Is-
Morgan Wendy, I guess.
Is Morgana
Mor-
doing more scribing?
Yes, any free time is to do scribing. I have 24 hours left.
Okay. Just mark that
34
down.
hours.
You can
It's
scribe
okay,
while doing
Morgana.
watch.
We can
Oh,
scribe.
nice.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wendigo will be up during Morgana's time.
Okay, so
Okay,
Wendigo and
so here we
Morgana.
go.
Yay,
And
buddy.
He will watch Morgana as well as watch for the surroundings.
Okay. Is that everyone?
Clearly suspicious.
Yes, that's
Floaty
everyone.
would join everyone on the watch.
Floaty's just there like,
Just want some hot cocoa with some marshmallows and tell
You can-
stories around the campfire.
if you still have whiskey, Floaty is cold enough that Floaty can be used as a whiskey stone.
Ice cube.
Cling, 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 stop!
Oh my god.
I have Floaty go!
I could never do that to Floaty as much as I want to.
Stuff him into the bottle, just shake it around. The bottle becomes cold.
My name
Wendigo's
is
going to
Floaty, not
Wendigo's
whiskey!
going to draw on his Farid knowledge to make a little burrow into the burrow as well.
Make me like a flat survival check.
Okay.
Now that you know how to do that. 19. You make a decent burrow for yourself, like a decent sized room. You know in We Bear Bears how Grizz has his own room?
Hmm.
You managed to make like a little area for yourself to do the 3 turns and then go to sleep as well.
Yeah, for 4
Nice.
hours, Floaty does not exist to him.
Yeah, you effectively every time you look at Floaty understands. It's like, okay, I'm sorry. I'm
Very-
sorry.
For existing.
I shall bury
Um,
myself in this boat to be quiet.
Floaty will fly up every so often outside to do a scan, and then shed some light on Morgana's work so she can work faster.
I gave
It
everyone a
doesn't-
flashlight.
Yeah, it doesn't really do anything extra. Floaty is just trying to be helpful.
Morgana appreciates the help.
Floaty is appreciative of Morgana's appreciation. Okay. First group, make me a perception check.
DM has to roll because of Ural.
perception.
Right. I will roll for Iral. It's a secret roll.
It's a secret though. We don't know his stats.
Yes. Yes, this is a roll. Mm.
Crap, what cantrip should I take for the
I
sonic
have a
screwdriver?
15.
Do you have message already?
I already have message.
Do you have minor illusion?
I do have minor illusion.
Light?
Mending.
Mending?
Of course, I've been using that the entire game.
No,
Acid
light is useless. You don't want to
splash.
cast light in the sewers.
I don't have light, don't worry.
Blind.
Okay, my
Acid
cantrips are
splash.
my
Press T
cantrips
maybe?
are I also okay, my cantrips are mending, message, guidance, mage hand, presty, ray of frost, and minor illusion.
That's so many.
How
Acid.
do you have so many as artificer?
My what's it called? My background and my class of my race of market making gives me additional cantrips at level 1.
Right, fine. You're set because as an artificer, normally like your
You only
cantrips are
Oh no.
miserable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Acid splash. Be
Acid
like,
splash.
oh ho, AoE, but
Mm.
it's terrible.
I mean,
But
you
it's
you
terrible.
can have colorful
You can
ways of
splash
using
it on
acid
things
splash.
to like dissolve stuff.
Wait,
Exactly.
It's not a
know.
bad idea.
Because
Colorful ways of
the
use.
text says choose one creature, but if the DM
Yeah.
allows you to target non-creatures,
Objects, then
it becomes a lot
it
better.
becomes a lot more useful.
For
That's
for
that
random like metal shit that doesn't do anything as an and is in your way for a cantrip, why not? It will take a while, but you know.
Well, at least you
Anyway,
have a surefire way to cut through metal, so yeah, I'll take acid splash then.
it will take a while, but at least
I
it
mean,
doesn't
that's
make a
fine.
noise.
Alright, cool.
Unless, you know, your acid splash sounds like a chainsaw, which it shouldn't. Or it's
No.
just your mouth. I
named
cast
my
acid
chainsaw
splash.
Acid
Ring,
Splash.
Don't do that. Okay. With the perception checks, the
I got
snow
a
starts
15.
piling on. There's a blizzard coming through, but it's not like the blizzard you have experienced, which was cold and bitter and painful. And as soon as you stepped outside, you remember how your eyelashes immediately froze over and you had to keep your eyes sort of slits so that your eyeball doesn't freeze as well. This one is relatively tame in comparison. You see Ural sort of look out into the open. Every so often he'll get startled and look away. And then he'll calm down again. And then he'll get startled again. And then he'll calm down.
Can I tell what he's being startled by?
It's just random like whooshing sounds from the wind.
Ah, okay.
You think maybe
I
from
can't-
your training he has some sort of PTSD.
Ah, I
Like
see.
nobody has mentioned this, but you know, out in the open you now see him in his capacity of being a grunt or somebody who is relatively abused within his rung of power.
I can't remember, but when we had a chat with him after coming back, did anyone mention the black goop?
I think you guys did, and he was like, I don't know what that is.
Yeah, and I think we investigated him and we didn't really find
He
anything.
was very confused.
I remember someone mentioned like, oh, we should investigate him, and I'm like, no, if he had it, it would have taken hold, and he would be dead by now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And this is not something they'll probably let the lower down people know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Especially if he is truthful, or if he was truthful in everything that he said, you know that he is generally not trusted anymore because he tried to run away and he failed.
Yeah. And I think that thing would have killed him the moment he tried to run away. So
Oh,
it's
for
like,
sure.
oh,
That is
must check.
your deduction, and you hold on to that.
Yep.
Also, my head canon now is Iral is afraid of vacuum cleaners.
Whooshing sounds. He's afraid of that Dyson. Because it sounds a lot like die, son. Anyway,
Yes.
time passes by eventually. Boss, you watch this jittery person and you try and understand them a little bit. And then your time is up. You have to wake the next person.
Oh, I forgot to roll for floaty. Oops.
Does it look like he's gonna have trouble getting to sleep?
I mean, you can watch him a bit more to see if he does go to sleep.
Yeah, I will. Why not?
Okay,
Uh,
floaty rolled a 21.
21. Floaty sees everything. No. He's sort of flitting in and out, but because the snow is slowly piling in, everything is relatively safe as far as he's concerned for now.
Yes, I will also. I need to mention I remake floaty this time with glare protecting lens this time.
Yes, that would be great. I feel like this game is just me teaching Joe how to not make conspicuous shiny objects.
Pretty much, yeah.
Mm.
Tell that
It's
to his
like-
armor though. He's still wearing like shiny white and blue armor.
It's okay. You're in the snow.
This is white.
It's
Yeah,
white.
the snow is fine.
You
Like
don't
a
fly close
storm
enough to the
troop.
sun to like blind people, so it's fine. Okay. Make me a perception check for Bosk to sort of observe Iral. And are you hiding this observation?
Um. Yeah, sure. Why not?
Okay.
think-
Make me.
I think what I will do is I will overtly ask him if he's having trouble getting to sleep because he seemed a bit jittery while keeping watch.
Okay. He's right now. He's already bundled up. The breathing is irregular, unlike somebody who has actually fallen asleep. And he goes, "Oh, it's going back to here. I don't know. We'll see. I had
I
some
will-
problems before."
I'll nod and say, if it gets any worse, let me know. I might have something for you.
He nods and with machismo goes back to focusing on his breathing, hoping that he will eventually fall asleep or try to. Next gang, make your perception checks with Floaty too.
Yep. Shall
There is
roll.
good luck.
Wow,
Hey!
see everything.
I rolled a
Last
good
one.
roll,
Oh,
then.
floaty
Oh.
is fucked.
Important to
Floaty
be
is
good.
fucked.
Floaty gets
Pile of snow fell on
distracted.
him.
You
Yep.
lose Floaty. No, he doesn't die. He's just stuck somewhere. So you actually see where he was stuck, and what happened was,
We just hear him scream.
mentally, like
Okay.
there's the R2D2
Discord has saved us.
Yeah.
from getting clipped.
Verlers gets up and thinks about the snow. It's like, you alright? You need a head start?
uh, okay.
Alright. Alright. You need a head start?
And it
Alright.
prepares
punt him to the
itself,
sky.
and then you punt it up like it's like a proper yeet.
Yep.
And then you see Floaty sort of spread his little propellers and start hovering.
Okay, cool.
This time aware of any large blocks of ice and snow, but realizing that he is no longer under a tree or any form of ledges that may dislodge large amounts of snow, and he starts hovering. Time passes by. Good luck. What are you doing? How are you focusing?
Well, whenever she's not particularly looking out, she'll just be going over her notes again, sitting and going through her book, thumbing through it, realizing that some of these pages are getting kind of worn, looking through them, taking notes, writing down her thoughts. She's got a little drawing of the map that Iral kind of gave us earlier, and she's kind of going through it, trying to memorize the paths that they need to take.
Make me an intelligence saving throw. No, wisdom saving throw.
Some
We
saving
don't-
throw. Okay,
don't
okay, much
save.
more better than intelligence.
Yeah, 16.
16.
Your mind drifts as you're writing your notes and trying to remember the stuff you did today. You're on your last few pages. And you start thinking of the beautiful notebooks that you saw in the high streets of Broar, and the random notebooks that other people were holding in the halls of Aegis. And you manage to pull yourself back from that want to buy a new book. Instead, you think, I could make one.
I know how to make paper. I know
I
how to
make
bind shit.
everything myself so far. Why not? Like the book I currently have has been like stitched together to add extra pages and shit constantly.
Mm-hmm. You start having ideas and machinations on making a new, better notebook with better paper and um, proper animal skin that you have
Locally
turned into
sourced.
hide yourself. Locally sourced. You'll get boss to teach you how to hunt deer or whatever that lives here.
Nice, nice, nice.
While this idea assaults you, and it doesn't assault you gently. It's a persistent thought. You look around, you see Valerius fussing with his tiny little robot. Um, the ideas, thoughts of your mom pop into your head. Would be nice to give her a hug right now. You wonder what the rest of the gang are doing. Hope they're okay. There's a bit of worry. Time passes by. Valerius, you see your friend in a deep reverie of thought.
I'm gonna sit down next to her and just be quiet unless she wants to talk. And keep a watch out for the surroundings.
Time passes by.
Take Valerius' hand and give it just a little reassuring squeeze, and then let go again.
Yo.
Valerius will give a nod and continue looking out.
Valerius, you have given a ring to Erin, right?
Yep.
What is your engagement token?
Ha. Good question. You know what, DM, since it's the NPC, I'll let you decide.
Boo!
I have no idea. I'm coming up a blank.
There's a little pin on your lapel.
Oh, cool.
But you're not supposed to wear it outwardly. The pin is reversed, so the back of the pin is sticking out. But there's a
Okay.
promise under the pin on the lapel to her. I'll let you decide what that promise is.
Alright, I'll tell you later.
But it is essentially something that she told you when you were really young.
Okay.
And that is your betrothal trinket.
Okay.
You fiddle with it every so often, and right now it's cold. And you think, I hope she's not cold. Time passes by. Nothing happens. And the next two stir. Morgana, you finally open your eyes from your trance. Whatever thoughts, whatever memories you had, whatever things you wanted to remember played back to you over and over again. You think of the people in Ice Root. You think of pictures you saw. You think of the matriarch. You think of your teachers. You think of your friends. Or you think of the people who hovered around you as you did your work. You don't really remember much of their faces, but they were there. And you're pretty sure you could definitely hit them up. But you have time now to spend scribing more spells into your spellbook. Wendigo, you also stir. Thankfully, Floaty has not invaded your room. You have built up some sort of a embankment that is very reminiscent of a 16-year-old boy with a do not disturb sign on his door. Everybody respects that. Make me your perception checks.
All right.
Only him, oh.
Oh, both of you.
Oh no!
Oh.
He gets
Wait.
stuck again.
Why did you roll a d6? Oh, you... Another 5?
He's just screwed.
Okay, sure.
I mean, if you look at my purge roll earlier today,
Wow.
there's like 5
Okay.
ones in there.
Wait, throw away all this way now. Let's go with Floaty again. Floaty, for some reason, in his sentience, has decided that he needs to make
Meditate.
Wendigo his friend. But because Floaty is not even 2 weeks old, he doesn't know how to social.
Oh no.
So in between scouting outside, his AI mind filled with ideas of how do I become Wendigo's friend? He doesn't seem to like me. And being a torchlight for Morgana. Occasionally, Morgana, you'll realize that the light that is shining down on you briefly turns to Wendigo. Like a spotlight. But that is Floaty's preoccupation. The both of you, Wendigo, what are you doing to secure the area? How are you looking out?
Well, if the blizzard isn't too bad, every now and then he'll go get on all fours and patrol around the outside.
The blizzard
Like
is
Custodian.
not terrible. You can still do that. Although I would say your visibility is 60 feet.
Yep, that's fine.
Make me a constitution check.
Constitution check and not save, is it?
Yeah, just like a con check. 11. You thought that doing this would give you some sort of vigor back, but not much. Something else is plaguing your mind. But for now, the cold is snapping you out of it. Morgana,
Yeah,
what are you thinking?
I'm scribing.
Any particular...
The faster I finish.
She's just like, ah! The editors need a
Yeah,
copy
that's
right
it.
now.
If I finish, I can learn more spells.
It's just
Like,
never
Wendigo,
ending.
before going out to do his patrol, he would have taken a note of what Morgana is doing, where she is.
Morgana cannot leave her bubble, otherwise it breaks out. So she's just...
Collapses.
I know.
Yeah.
Then when he comes back, he's going to see if she's moved or done anything slightly different at all.
Have you moved or done anything different at all?
No, trying to continue scribing.
Oh, she's still there, diligently writing down. Every so
I
often...
was in the best school for a reason. I'm a nerd.
True. Obsessive nerd.
Then
Wendigo
Wendigo will go
wonders
over
what
and just like
Morgana is
peer
on
over her
top
shoulder to see what she's writing.
Wendigo, make me a dexterity saving throw, really quick.
Mm-hmm.
You quickly avoid the flash of light that is Floaty's light bulb as it looks at you and then looks away. Morgana, are you thinking of anything or anyone in particular? Especially since your conversation with Ethis.
I'm trying to see whether I can recall any names of the people that I may, because you mentioned how I remember people like in and out, but not faces. So I'm trying to remember names.
You definitely remember 2 names, which I cannot find right now, and I will definitely try and find it later.
Send me later. Yeah.
Do you want to look for further names.
These two that I know, are they like people that I know, or just like the matron that
They
kind of know?
they were the two teachers that helped you sort of through your thesis.
Oh, and are
And
they still in the uni?
as far as you know, yes. They're the kind of
That's
people
where
that
you
is
left them.
like, I'm tenured, I'm never gonna leave.
Okay.
You have to
Uh,
murder me if you want me to leave. That kind of people.
Because they live forever.
Okay. So since I know that they're already there, I am still trying to think of other people that may or may not still be in the school. And if they are not in the school, maybe they will be easier to access outside.
Do you have any close like acquaintances? The people who would sit at the table with you or try to annoy you into being their friend, but it didn't work.
I guess there was one.
Ooh. Okay. We'll workshop this. You think about that person and you sort of grit your teeth, and thinking about them makes you drive the quill nib into your paper a little bit too hard, and then you just like hold off as you take that opportunity to sort of pet Floaty. You see the light bounce as you pet the tiny construct, and you take your scraping blade and you scrape off the fat blot of ink that you have mistakenly driven into the paper, the vellum.
Take scraping what?
You're just getting
Just
rid.
remove the blob.
Yeah, you're erasing. You're like, what the fuck? It's not like you don't like this person. It's just that you find them very irritating.
Yeah.
You see some kind of similarities between Floaty and Wendigo, and the person and you. And you think, okay, maybe they weren't that bad, but I was trying to finish a thesis.
Yeah.
The thoughts of this harangue you, but you do manage to scribe. And then suddenly, morning comes. I would say that the travel towards where all of you have to go, unless you want to do anything in between, is very stress-free. You avoid a lot of pitfalls. There is no sign of worm.
Oh, when Wendigo looks over Morgana's shoulder, he'll see what she's trying to write.
By this
Again.
time, how many hours have passed scribing?
2.
Oh,
But
not
you can
enough.
you can stay another hour if you decide.
Kind of finish polymorph.
Finish. How many hours do you have left for polymorph?
That's like 9 times 2, 18. I currently, I put 2 hours, it's only 14. I got like 4 more hours.
Oh my god, it's a lot. Okay, never mind.
Wendigo is like, how does she waste so many hours doing nothing with writing? Like there
How
isn't even
absolute death.
pictures in it.
Uncultured.
Well, I mean, you do have to have 8 hours sleep, so I guess you have another 4 hours while everybody rests.
Oh ho ho.
I mean, 2 hours. What am I talking about? You stay up for 2 hours, you another 2 hours. Yes.
So I get another 2 hours.
Yeah. So actually,
Wow,
you have
so
4 hours because you tranced.
Still got enough.
Okay. Anyway,
12, 16.
nothing interesting happens during the trudge in the day. And you all finally reach a place that is sort of hidden. But Iral points you at the specific spot where it's hollowed out. And he goes, there it is. It should be
Secret entrance?
relatively okay. Kind of secret. He looks around, waits about 15 minutes. Nobody is in the vicinity. All of you think it's safe.
I'm going to double confirm with both perception checks and a. During the 15 minutes of error waiting, I'm gonna ritual cast detect magic quietly.
Okay, go for it.
All right, so I shall roll percept C.
I guess we
Percept
look for
C.
tracks around the area.
Yeah, Wendigo
Boss-
will do
I can't see
scanning
my
as well.
rolls. Okay,
Okay.
nice.
Anybody who wants to perception check or do some kind of survival tracking can do so.
Yeah, both. Wendigo do
Let's
both.
go.
Perception and
I also have
survival.
detect magic up now.
Okay.
Oh,
Oh,
need
oh,
that
very
plus
good,
one.
very good.
Good rolls all around.
I'm just gonna combine it into one. As Iral is looking around, all of you are also helping. You catch, because of the snowfall last night, there's no boot marks, but you do see marks on the trees, you do see bends, you do see disturbed bushes, and so on. This place is relatively consistently used.
Okay.
And the most
use this
recent
place?
one, you assume, would be about 2 days ago.
Okay. I will share this information with.
For those who make perception checks, you have deemed this location to be relatively safe. There are no dragons flying around. There are no earth tremors that would tell you that you're walking into a sarlacc pit. There's like the worm.
No Gyarados.
No
Nice.
Gyarados is gonna swallow you up. And as Iral finally musters a bit of courage, Bosk, you see this especially, considering you sat with him during a watch. All of you walk towards the opening.
Is it shut right now?
Sort of like there's bits of wood, snow covering it. You do have to move it aside,
Mhm.
but
So it's on the floor.
it's on a wall. It's on like a cliff face kind of thing.
Oh, okay.
So like a tunnel entrance.
Yeah, yeah. But
Too
that is where we're gonna stop for today.
Mhm.
All right.
Okay.
And we will
Good place
continue
to stop.
next week.
Next
Okay.
week gonna be
Iral's
very.
drawn like a rough like map of what he remembers the inside to look like, right?
Yeah. You can guess that the inside of the whatever underground tunnel is not gonna change much. So what he's drawn, you think, is pretty
We
solid.
just need to keep an eye out for traps and the like.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That will be done next week when you guys actually go inside.
All right.
Thank you for
Yeah.
playing. Thank
We
you for
good.
playing, and we will see you all next week.
Thanks, Dean.
Bye.
Thanks for
Bye.
hosting. Bye.